You duh, yeah, you duh. You down with AIP? Yeah, you know me. Anything is possible to create. The key on the mic, I'm the truth, no fantasy. Podcast flow, old school vibe guaranteed. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. Jumped on the beat like a classic cassette. Late night talk, the vibe you won't forget. Dropping wisdom gems, the grind is set. Every story told, ain't no limits met. You open the mind, the world opens wide. On this podcast, real thoughts collide. From the cooks in the kitchen to the suits we chide. Dreams get bigger when the truth's applied. Sip on success like it's poured in a mug. Real talk, no BS, no need for a shrug. In your ear like an anthem, snug as a hug. Tune in, feel the buzz, plug after plug. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. AIP, every listener knows. Breaking barriers, smashing the foes. Convos deeper than a philosopher's prose. We planting seeds, watch how it grows. 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 Watch how
In the swamp where the secrets lay thick. Whispers in the shadows, they hit like a brick. Talking with the moon, got the stars in a twist. Truth or illusion, the facts get dismissed. Talking with conspiracy, whispers in the air. Truth in the trenches, but who really care? From the dirty south where the legends get made. Stories in the dark, watch the shadows parade. Slick tongues spin tales like a spider on a thread. Hood prophets preach knowledge while the streets stay fed. Voices echo deep where the rivers don't flow. Lost truths buried under where the cold winds blow. Heavy bass thump, got the block hypnotized. Mysteries unfold under blood red skies. Voices in the static, they creep through the scene. Street sermons build truths, but they cut like a guillotine. Talking with conspiracy, whispers in the air. Truth in the trenches, but who really care? From the dirty south where the legends get made. Stories in the dark, watch the shadows parade.
All you ever hear about in this country is our differences. It's all they ever talk about. Politicians and the media always pushing the things that separate us, things that make us different. That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing. Fairly simple thing. Happens to work. Anything that's different about us, you know that's what they're pushing at you. Racial differences, religious, ethnic, national backgrounds, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything they can do to keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
Welcome everybody back to another great Talking with Conspiracy, and hopefully we'll have the full trio here if Dave can get his going. Yeah, there we go.
Mic check 3-4.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up,
even.
fellas?
Hey, Dave is here, everybody.
And Jamie blows our ears out. Thank you. Yay.
Oh my God. Oh my
Screaming.
God.
Yeah, we're screaming at us. You're not in the ring yet, Jamie, this weekend.
True. And next weekend.
And next weekend. Yeah. Nice. What's up? We got Sweets and James of South Cedar Paranormal. We got up in the house so far, and iHandy. What's up, iHandy on the Rumble? Cheers to you too, my friend. So we're going to have a fun one to do that. It's been a while since we had the full crew here together, and Let's see if we can get this thing squared up center. Come on, thing. Yeah, that's about the best I can do. Yeah, we can go all over the place, really. I just had a few things popped up on the title, and of course we didn't get to. Y'all were both busy last week, so anything happened last week, we can sure talk about it too.
Feels like I haven't been here in forever.
Shame on
missing
you.
you guys.
Shame on you.
Fucking missing you guys. And then internet troubles again. Good golly, but we got it right now smooth. So
I was watching Union of the Unknowns earlier, and they were having technical troubles. Like if you don't have some kind of technical troubles, you're not going to have a good show. That's all it is. It's got to have some kind of little difficulty. I had Rumble Studio fighting with me for a second there. I couldn't get it to pop up, but it finally did. So it says it did. We got people over there talking, so it's got to be working.
Oh, hey, girl.
So yeah, we got some fun stuff to talk about. We got, we can go all over the place with it. We could take it to Howard Stern if we want to, him getting fired. Look at all these old. We could take it, Trump wants to federalize D.C. is the title. We got Federalize D.C. You got the politicians running, the Democrats in Texas running around trying to hide from the. Now they're might get arrested for leaving. Politicians suspended. It's a subpoenaed on the Epstein case. A whole bunch of them, including 2 certain Clintons.
They testified behind closed doors yesterday or the day before yesterday. I've almost given up thinking anything is going to come from this. You know what I mean? Like,
if it does, it's going to be a miracle. It really is. Or I don't know. Do you think they're going to? Do you think they're going to? Let Maxwell go. Are we going to? Is she going to get a pardon?
Well, they moved her to a very low key.
She's stationed in a country club. That's where she.
That's what I understand. What's the name of the place that she's at? It's in Colorado, right?
Baker, is it something? I listened to Ashley on Union Unknowns. They were talking about that. They were talking about that earlier today. What's up, Jason? Jason said my set makes him want to drink some out of coconut. That's it, man.
So NBC News reports the federal prison camp in Bryan, Texas, one of 7 minimum security dormitory style federal facilities that does not typically hold inmates like Maxwell who are convicted of sex crimes.
It's like that one in Millington. It has no fence.
There's no fence around, dude. Somebody's gonna kill that chick.
No, I'm gonna say the one in Millington over on Navy Road. I don't know if you know it's there. There's a white collar. There's a white collar prison that they're like country club. There's no fence around it. That's how it is. There's not even a fence around it.
Right.
They're probably better off. There was I remember Ashley was saying something about, there was one lady that was there. No, it was her. I might be combining. I listened to so much stuff today. I think they talked about it too, but I did see Candace Owens was talking about it too today. I listened to her for a little bit before I started listening to. Hell, I don't know. I might be blending them together.
Well, I'm pulling the place up online now so we can get a good overview.
But there was a lady that was on there and showed a picture of her that she was just, hell, she had makeup on and hair dye was on point. Like, yeah, they might have a barber there.
Holy crap, bro. Man, let me
you go ahead and share it. Yeah, go ahead and let her rip.
Oh my God. This is insane. So this is from Google Maps here. This is the facility here, right? This whole complex here is the complex.
Nice.
It's got a track around it, Bro, I don't see any guard towers. This butts right up to maybe there is a fence over here. No, is that a fence? Brian,
Mm-mm.
are you
It's
familiar
three
with the
strands of
place?
barbed wire.
Whitney has just informed us that that is where she's from, and that there is absolutely no fence around this
Mm-mm. No,
place.
those class prisons do not have a fence. Like I said, the
I
one
mean,
in Billington has the same way.
isn't this
You go,
crazy though? Like it's
it's on
nestled
the other
right
side of the
in the.
military base. It's right on the other side of the Navy base, and it has no fence whatsoever.
Luna's body shop is right across the street. Okay, like uh,
Hmm.
there is a church right down the street. I didn't think sex offenders were supposed to be this close to churches
Yeah,
or
there's
schools. Where's the school at, Whitney?
all right there. Yeah, right there. Up in the
I
center
mean,
there.
this is absolutely crazy, bro. What a
Yeah.
nice place. What a nice place. If I ever go to prison, I want to go here. Like
Hell
when you go
yeah.
to the federal prisons page, it's called FPC Bryan, a minimum security federal prison camp. So I guess we're going to camp now.
It if you launder money and you take stuff like that, that's you can go, you possibly can go there.
So they have a visitation process there. I wonder if we could go visit her.
Hell yeah. I don't see why he couldn't. Road trip. We're going live. We're gonna have the GoPro on my chest, and we're gonna do it.
We're definitely going to jail, bro.
Brian will go to FPC camp.
uh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's a wild, crazy times, man. And they got some more, of course, more fun randoms.
I'm
And
trying to look her up in the system now to see if she's got because I can find. Oh, she is there, son. 63 years old. Her release date is July 17 of 37. There is no. Oh wow! Call, send a package, send money. We can visit her right here online.
hell yeah.
So
You want to
before you
send her
can
some
visit,
money? We can
so
send her some
we
money, and
could we could let's
we
send her.
could put some money on her books so she gets some some fudge rounds and some ramen noodles and
So
hell.
general visiting information. First, you need to locate your inmate to confirm that she's there. Step two, be approved. Before you can visit, you must be placed on the inmate's approved visiting list.
Jason says send her the link, see if she can come on live now. Hell yeah. Just
I
send her a link,
mean,
Jamie. Say
dude, this is
come
crazy.
on our show here right now. That man, we blow up for sure then. We're bringing everybody to the top. We can get that live interview.
Let's see. So these guys apparently there. Wow. So so the people that are there are allowed to accept phone calls and they have access to email.
It's one of them things that makes you wonder, like, are they going to sit there, are they going to Epstein her, or are they going like, well, she escaped because there ain't no fence, she just walk off if she wanted to, or somebody just kind of walk up and
This is
mafia
crazy.
style.
I bet
Yeah.
she's the only bitch in prison ain't trying to answer the phone.
I got to tell you, this is very interesting. Like the fact that they've got it set up to where these people have access to computers, cell phones. I mean, not cell phones. I'm sorry. It's obviously a landline. Says
Yeah.
restriction. Each inmate must be approved to use the system, and each person that an inmate wants to communicate must give their permission to do so. Inmates' access to TrueLinks, which is the name of the phone service, is controlled, and inmates. Oh, this says inmates do not have access to the internet. Um, so it looks like they have an email system, but no access to the internet. Message size is limited to 13,000 characters. I'm sure she can say a whole lot in 13,000.
That's quite a bit of
characters.
message there. Yeah, that's pretty good size.
Inmates are not allowed to receive packages from home without prior written approval from the inmate's unit team or authorized staff member at the institution. The only packages an inmate may receive from home are those containing released clothing and authorized medical devices. However, inmates may receive magazines, hard and paper books directly from the publisher. Whitney, we're sending her a book.
Hell yes, y'all send back some good. Send it back some book. Jason said we need to look up on Zillow and see if her sale is listed as an Airbnb.
Oh my God, dude, this is absolutely crazy, bro.
See if they have a submarine port installed in her cell yet.
Yeah. The Adolf escape route straight to Argentina.
Who an inmate can add to their visiting list: immediate family, mother, father, step parent, foster parent, brother, sister, spouse, children, relatives, grandparents, aunts, uncles, in-laws, cousins. Other type of approved visitors: no more than 10 friends or associates. So you can have a whole gaggle of people show up and be like, "Hey girl, what's shaking? Brought the clan to see you." Foreign officials are allowed. Members of religious groups, including clergy, members of civic groups, employers, former or prospective. I wonder if Epstein comes to see her. Dress code.
They're probably hiding right now. I don't know. I seen a video, which I don't know if of course, it was probably fake, whatever, but I seen a video with Epstein looking pretty
on
live.
On the island, bro.
Well, he's beside a car. Somebody was delivering a car to a 16-year-old, and all of a sudden Epstein pops up out of nowhere.
Man, I think the dude's alive, bro.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean,
the video showing it, is they showed it. There's 2 minutes missing. They say a minute, but it's actually 2 minutes. You see this little orange little spot in the video where like somebody's either coming in there or somebody's, trading places with them or something. It's this is not out of the question that they could have swapped somebody real quick.
Well, you've seen that.
And if you, did you see? Let's see, where's it at? Did you see? Speaking of that, let me play this video where Hunter Biden don't even believes he's still alive.
Why are y'all making me do this? Why am I having to say that the guy who should be in jail right now is making more sense than the people that are in office? Why are y'all making me do it, bro?
Do you think it was like a side? Epstein?
No. Nobody does. I mean, really, except for all of a sudden Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. Nobody thinks it was. Yeah. Is that you have a coroner that did the autopsy. That's cool. He talks about all the different, the different fractures in his neck and how it was impossible that he could have done that. This idea that what he did is like he leaned forward. Well, none of it matches up.
This is weird. It's not my fault that this is weird. I'm allowed to say that it's weird. You guys are acting like it's not weird and that Trump's doing 5D chess. I'm just saying, maybe he is in some categories, but in this category, I'm not seeing the chess. What I'm seeing is some weird shit. And I'm allowed to say that. And that doesn't mean I'm a bad guy.
Yeah. Well, for that, we thank you.
Yes, for that, we thank you there. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. Everybody, I listened to Alex Jones today, and Candace was on there talking about the Trump Epstein thing, and they both agree through their investigations and the people that they've talked to over the years that Trump cannot be confirmed to really be on that island or partake in any nefarious activity, right? So they both come to the conclusion that they agree on that. But then they come to the conclusion that something's going on because of the fact that DT is trying to shut down the conversations about it. Um, and I don't think, I mean, to be honest, like if you want to talk about the chess game or the misdirection or whatever, the fact that he tried to shut down the conversation amplified the conversation and made people on both sides of the aisle start talking about it and demanding the list. So if you want to look at, a type of a chess move, he got the attention of everybody now, and when you go back to a psyop, and the information that we believe is all out there of what these people are doing wrong, you have to get the people on board and ready to you have to the principles of adult learning state that you have to get your audience to be receptive to the message that you're going to lay out there. You can't just drop all this shit on them at once without making them open to receive the message, right? So you almost have to ask the question, are they priming the American public for a major release or a major reveal? Or, I mean, I could be completely full of shit, but when you look at the principles of adult learning, the psyop that we know has been going on within the US government, I have to say that there's something much more to it. And there's still something yet to come from all of this. That's just where I am. I hold out hope that one day that we get to see some people swing from the gallows because of this shit. And I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it. I think there's more to this story than what we're getting at face value.
I agree. And yeah, Jason says she's the biggest profile case in decades and put in Club Fed. Something's about to happen to her. Yes. She Maxwell did not kill herself whatsoever.
Bro, did you see the video? There's a video floating around on social media right now, and it's called Never Underestimate the Butterfly Effect. And it talks about this guy back in the 1980s and 90s that had this problem with this police officer up in New York. And this officer apparently was very corrupt, was involved in a bunch of bad shit, right? So when this TV reporter that had a show on this public access network called this guy out, the cop beat him up, and didn't beat him up once, didn't beat him up twice. He beat the dude up 4 different times and left him in the fucking hospital. And one of his shows that he did was from a hospital bed. The dude finally ends up getting jammed up in some major shit. The guy ends up dying before he can ever see the dude really arrested. And come to find out, that motherfucker was the dude that got dropped in Epstein's cell.
Yeah, the cop that one that was dirty, beating him up, and he got caught up with I think he killed like 4 people.
Right. Yeah, bro. Crazy, man.
Yeah, Auntie, you're cool with me on that. Let her rip. Auntie asked so they can share our live on their Rumble. Let her rip.
Man, appreciate it. Thanks for the love. Thanks for
the
love.
Let her rip.
We need all the help we can get,
oh yeah.
Promoting us.
What's up? We got Monique is in the house too.
Like comedian Monique?
No.
I thought it was her. I'm funny. I got jokes for days.
Jason did say earlier to answer Ricky's question, you don't see them playing a suicide thing for her or escape thing. I can see them making it a homicide by another prisoner using the lax standards. Explain it. Yeah.
Right.
It could be. I mean, it really could be something like that. I got it on the screen. Here's the why so far ahead? Maybe what got me question is like, why so far ahead? Like, I understand that they can't do shit. Government don't do shit in a hurry. But Hillary Clinton's gonna wait till October 9th before she gets come in to tell her side. October 14th for Uncle Bill.
Hey, Ricky.
Yes.
You,
Come on.
read what Monique wrote. This is deep right here. The continued hope that politicians will act stops many people from acting themselves. I was going to say earlier, the process is what is going to drag fucking out, and that's why like these processes, like in many cases, the process is the punishment. They say the spin on that in this case is like, we're going to get whatever pony show is coming, but it's a big stage, it seems like. So I was reading this lineup. Yeah, that's interesting that it's strung out like that, and like Jamie said, it's gonna be fucking probably some of these are gonna be private behind closed doors. Like, I mean, is this gonna be like aired live like the fucking J6 investigation? Remember that shit was streaming on C-SPAN and shit. You remember that bullshit? So I mean,
yeah, I don't see them doing that on this.
Right. Well, holding out hope. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, it's it's sad to say. I'm the big cynic. I know. I seem to have darkened you two, though. You brothers have joined me somewhat on the dark side. I can tell I've had my effect. It's just balanced, man, brother. It's just balanced. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll fucking see. What would be so cool is if what Jamie said was right, and that everybody now is like, you can't have these files. There are no files. You're stupid. And then now everybody's like, you motherfucker, give us the fucking files. And then it's like, boom. All right, here is, some arrests. How fucking sweet would that be if we wake up one morning and it's like, hey, y'all, they arrested 48 motherfuckers, and you're going to shit when you see some of the names. Like, that would be excellent, right? That'd be so cool. So I want that. That'd be,
I mean, think about this for a second, Dave. Think about this for a second. So if you were to jump on the September 11th conspiracy about blue screen AI, about, cinema photography, different being manipulated to show different things, right? Right now, what we have is we have an entire algorithm on your social media your social media feed that is filled with Gorilla and Yeti AI videos that show you just how realistic yet fake these videos are. You have the drop last year where we were being primed with all the mask videos of all the people wearing the CIA masks. I think if you look at it, man, and truly dig into it, they've made it a lot easier for the government to come out and say, hey, it's all been a sham. You guys have all been fucking fooled. They've been wearing masks. This is going on. This is what it is. And it makes you more open to accept it because you've seen it already through social media. You know what I mean? They've shown you that what the power is. I mean, you go back to that Will Smith video in 2019 where he's like, everything you see is fake. I've not been real in a long time. I've been animated. I wish I could find that video. We looked for that a couple weeks ago.
And then he got reprogrammed. He was on.
Right.
You see them all that happens all like that. It's Lauryn Hill. I think had the same thing happen to her. Like she was talking out, and then she got.
Bro, you got to see the video that says Will Smith is Tyler Perry, and like the side by sides.
I seen that. I seen that too. Like I seen what was it?
Like 5 people playing all the fucking people.
Family Guy showed a video of it. Was talking about it like it was like joking about it. Like, yeah, I'm 15 different actors. He was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that's
I mean,
right.
like,
put it in your face.
Yeah, with with the With the mass technology, they could have one person fucking be different, 10 different people.
Watch this.
Out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out. Check it out. Ooh. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. You see, there's a lot that goes into being a hot social media content provider. For instance, y'all think I got time to go on vacation? No, I got social to do. Come on, man, this is blue screen. In fact, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I haven't looked like this good in years. I've been totally computer generated since like the 90s. You know what? This ain't even real blue screen. It's 2019, y'all. Nothing's real.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
the marbles, bro.
I don't know, man. Another video that just primes us for, what's next. Yeah, interesting shit, bro. Interesting shit.
Well, the big fear of many is that just like the Ministry of Truth in 1984, you're going to have this AI algorithm program like narrative. Like somebody will be able to program these false narratives and like just alter all knowledge and that sort of thing, like have this godlike power and use the AI in that capacity. What is that? About where supposedly like the CIA has already ran all these scenarios or whatever, but an AI. So we've talked about how they've probably had AI for a long fucking time. It's just now like this really big topic. But how forthcoming about their actual abilities, capabilities, and intentions and motives and actions are they? Probably not. Honesty not set to 100%. Probably less than that.
Right. You definitely know.
Dude, they're building shit right over here, and like I'm close to some shit that and whatever. Maybe it'll build spur some industry and stuff. Everybody that's working over here is from Texas though. So I don't know, but I guess Texas is better than whatever something else.
Here's the we gotta get knocked on this one on YouTube, but it'll be all right. Sweets dropped a link for the Family Guy video.
Oh yeah.
This is it. Let's go. Mr. Moore, Mr. Limbaugh, do you have anything to say to Fox News about this? What the hell?
Who are you?
What's that suit on the bed? And what have you done with your gay lover, Rush Limbaugh?
I am Rush Limbaugh. That's a costume.
Wait a minute. You mean all these years Rush Limbaugh has just been Michael Moore in disguise?
Well, it's a little more complex than that.
What are you talking about? Fred Savage?
Wait a minute. You're Rush Limbaugh and Michael Moore?
Yes, I am. They're both characters I created.
But why?
Well, after the Wonder Years, I was hungry to do more acting, but the pickings were slim. So I came up with this scheme to satisfy my need to perform, and I guess it got a little out of hand.
This is unbelievable.
Well, that's not the end of it. I'm also Tony Danza, Cameron Manheim, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Kevin Nealon, John Forsythe, and Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich.
Wow. Fred Savage is the greatest actor in the history of the world.
That's all I ever wanted people to know.
Well,
Bro, right. Brad Pitt, Benicio del Toro. They're the fucking same, right? Just one's like a little bit flavored.
Yeah. I mean, you already see a lot of actors already look alike, and there's a lot of looks like like twins. I don't know. What's up, Vixen? We got Cubs Future up on the Rumble. Rumble's rumbling tonight for sure. We gotta we got quite a few over there tonight.
Heck yeah. Constantly going up. We appreciate everybody following along.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, we got 4 on YouTube and 17, 18 on Rumble right now and growing. So hell yeah. Keep on keeping on. Still having fun.
That's all we do, man.
Elvis is not Trump. I did hear something about that. Elvis is not Trump. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe for the ones that haven't. Hit the
oh man.
Hit the repost on the Rumble. And so we get a few more people in here and we have some more fun. So
I can never figure out how to repost on Rumble. What button is? Oh, I found it. Never mind. Hi, I'm here.
It says repost.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
No problem.
Listen, I'm from Mississippi, bro. My reading is yeah. I can read. I just choose to overlook a whole lot of shit and be like, I can't find it. Kind of like when I walked in my house looking for my keys, my wallet, my hat, my fucking sanity.
Basically anything that's imperative and like, yeah.
You got to do the Adam Sandler. Remember, you got to do the Adam Sandler song.
Keys, phone, wallet.
Yeah.
Keys, phone, wallet, and a baseball bat. My pistol, 2 mags. When he wrote that song, he clearly didn't have Memphis in mind. Okay.
No.
Oh man. Yeah, guys, thumbs up help a lot, man. Hit that thumbs up, hit a like, give us a repost, man. Ricky's been doing this long before Dave and I jumped on board. It's been, God, we've been doing this together now. What, about a year?
We've got over a year now.
Over a year now. Man, look at us with our consistency. I got to tell you, y'all are the most stable relationship I think I've had in my life.
That says a lot, Jamie.
Dave, it's you and me, and then Whitney. She got number 2 on his list.
I mean, Whitney does actually, like, that is impressive, all right? But you know, so Jamie's, he's dating up, and and I know what that's like. So
she's way too good for me, bro. Like,
right? I recognize it because I'm in a similar situation. So that's actually impressive. But if look, I mean, you do form a bond, creating a podcast empire together. So
like one of these days we'll be bigger than everybody. I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I may have to get on top of a tower and have CNN cover my horrible antics one day, but
there we go.
I told everybody I'd be famous.
Howard Stern's off the air now. We have a spot. Maybe we can jump on and take his spot.
Holy shit! Did you hear they were losing? What was it? $20 million a year or $40 million? How much were they paying that dude?
They were making like $100 million contract he had, and like I think they were like losing $10 or $20 million. It's like the late shows. They're like, it's like how the WNBA might be next. They might just close it down after.
Bro, so 2 things. First of all, Colbert, then the WNBA. Colbert. So they had this protest where all of his fans came out to, keep his show alive. In case you've not heard, 20 people showed up. 20. So yeah, he failed and flopped horribly. But if we want to talk about the WNBA, there's a current fad going on where dildos are being thrown on the court.
I know this show's going to go that level, but we're going to go for it.
Yeah, we're going there. We're going there. They just arrested, it just popped up on my feed a moment ago. They arrested this 18-year-old kid for assault and, let's see, hang on. Let me make sure I get this right. WNBA.
Yeah, we're green
dildos, man. Yeah, so they arrested this kid. They charged him with assault and disorderly conduct and something else. And also, who's the big betting thing online on Twitter? Polymarket. They are now accepting bets on whether or not the dildo is going to hit. More people are betting on a dildo getting thrown on the court than they are the final score of the game. They also have a side bet for the color, the quarter. Bro, like, it's getting out of control. But I think it's
Jamie,
great.
let me
Like,
I mean, it's like it was.
let
At
me
least they were just
let me
Angel
tell you.
Reese's. Angel Reese's. You know, she gonna miss her first shot. You know, that was the big bet for a little while, but now it's gotten ridiculous.
Well, if you understand the principles of adult learning, we had to be primed into liking the WNBA. So now people have a reason to bet on it, and so like that's where we're at.
you know,
Okay, I'll bet on it.
well, I mean, you know, if you've ever been to a hockey game before, different cities have their things. You know, I don't remember what city it is. They throw a fucking dead fish on the court. Now, they could have taken it there, but they didn't. Okay.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Could be worse. You
I
know.
got a couple funny things in the chat for you, though, Jamie.
Uh-oh. Let me jump over to the chat.
Sweet says, if you ask Whitney Nice, she'll read for you. You know, because we know she's smarter than you, so we let her
Oh,
read
yeah.
to you.
I definitely have to have her. If Jamie gets on the tower, they'll plant a rifle on him and say he was active shooter. Knights, let me tell you something. If you saw my Amazon list of what comes to my house, I'm surprised they haven't. Like, I did a stand-up comedy bit one night that said, I am the poster boy for the next white shooter. I got guns, I got tactical equipment, I got an Amazon list like this long of shit that's come here. Did you know the shit that you can buy on Amazon you can create a small war with? I'm just going to leave it at that. But damn, you can get some pretty nifty things on Amazon.
Harbor Freight is about to come out. Well, they have come out. They come out with a tactical flashlight for your gun now, but there's like selling out everywhere.
Man.
He's also said if you look just a little lower, you see they're gonna put a copy of Catcher in the Rye on you.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
I mean, and in case for anybody that just wants fun toys, for those of you that don't know, you as a civilian cannot own a 40 mic. Okay, that's a 40 millimeter grenade launcher. You cannot own a 40 mic, but you can own a 37 mic. And they make some pretty fun grenades that go with those. Smoke, they've got, and they're called Bird. What do they call it? Here, let me look this up real quick. They got flashbangs. They've got, oh my God, dude, they've got a 410 Terminator slug, 12 gauge salt and pepper rounds. Yeah, that's pretty fun stuff. Here we go.
This is
37 ammo. Concussion rounds, smoke rounds, flashbanger round. One called tons of flares, like tons of flares. But they're called bird shots. You know that they use to basically scare off birds, right?
This show is for entertainment purposes only. We are
not medical advice.
No medical advice. We aren't doctors.
Oh my God!
Yeah, the 3D. I seen a video on the guy was talking about he was crazy. He made a 3D printed pew pew, and he turned around and he actually burned it at the end of the video because he was like, man, I want to destroy whatever. But he was showing how hard and how easy it was to make a 3D printed pew pew.
I mean, they've got a starter bundle. It's called a TAC 79 and 4 rounds.
Golf
it's
ball launcher on the AR. That'd be interesting. I want to shoot it.
Here's an M203
What's
mounts
up,
under
Andy?
your AR. Hey, this is a cool site. I'll send you this.
All right.
I won't send it through the chat. I don't want anybody to be like, holy shit, look what he's, you know.
Yeah. Put it on Rumble. Rumble will let you.
All right. You know what? You're right. You're right. Let me drop this in there. If you want to see what I'm talking about, jump in the chat on Rundle. You'll love this.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool video, Jason, on the 3D printed little pew pew.
I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
That's cool. He said he did a 7-part article series on Substack on that 3D printing. with the polymers and stuff they got now, you can make anything. We just leave it that we leave it at that. We don't condone or endorse.
Holy shit, bro. Listen, wait a minute. Wait
We
a
don't.
minute. Wait
Oh
a
hell, we might
minute.
be Are we condoning or endorsing it?
Yes, we are right now. Check
Oh,
this out.
son of
Yes,
a
a
bitch.
civilian can own a 40 mic. You just have to register it and transfer it through a BATF, and it's a $200 transfer tax. Holy fuckery. Whitney just said, uh-oh. So,
They
yes,
get
you
that
can
attitude
own.
MMA check. It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
What,
Done.
everybody you're making off the fights is in 2 weeks. You're done. It's gone.
Listen, I need y'all to come buy tickets to the fight. I got some toys I want to buy.
You sell them tables? We get them the tables.
I do
still
have
there?
2 tables. I have found out two of our sponsors are going to be out of town, so I've got space available. So I'm selling 2 of our tables. For anybody that is new and knows, we're all in the combat sports game in the Memphis and Mid-South area. I work for Attitude MMA. Dave works for Shotgun Entertainment, SCFC. They've got a fight this weekend. I got a fight next weekend. And yeah, man, I'm
Yeah,
fixing
we'll
to blow
get to
a lot
that
of
for
money.
sure.
I'm fixing to blow a lot of money. I'm definitely buying me a game, a gun. A breaking update: they found a 40 mic launcher at the base of the tower. I don't know who this Knights dude is, but I like him. He's funny. I'm gonna have to meet
That's
him.
Jason. It's Jason Barker. Yeah, for sure follow him. He came on the show a while back and talked for a little bit. And I went on their show, and yeah,
That's funny.
He's good.
Oh, I'm just waiting for them to come pick me up. Like,
man, I'm just surprised by back in my 2015, 2016 days, or I'm surprised my Facebook posts. Most of them, if you go back and see history, like they're gone because there's like
I got
they took
banned.
them off. They took that shit
banned.
off. I never got banned, but I imagine there's a list or two with my name on it somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
James, they do have they got that guy that made that plasma blaster. They do have they got some blasters too. Don't worry. We can get you one.
18 years or older. Yes, I am.
Get you.
And for anybody else
James
that
a
needs to
proton
know,
pack.
Palmetto State Armory, Palmetto PSA Armory, they now sell suppressors on their website. For those that aren't aware, as of January 1, the $200 fee is going to be released from your SBRs and suppressors. So you're going to be able to buy a short barrel rifle and suppressor without having to pay the $200 tax stamp. They are still going to make you go through the ATF and the FBI paperwork where you got to go get fingerprinted and apply. But they're fast tracking this stuff. Under 90 days is what I'm hearing for you to get your stamp. But there's actually a group right now. There are 2 groups that are suing because now that they have executive ordered and released the $200 tax stamp, there is now no longer a need for you to process the paperwork. And I'm hoping after January 1st that anyone will be able to walk in and go buy an SBR or a freaking suppressor, because I can go buy a pistol kit with a pistol brace with a 9-inch barrel, but the minute that I swap the stock out for the stock that's on my AR, it's now illegal, which makes 0 sense. It's the same gun, same exact weapon. You know what I mean? It's dumb. It's just dumb. I don't know. I'm gonna buy me an AK. That was my first gun.
I wish
AK-47.
I wish back in the day. I wish I was a little bit older because I could have, because early 90s I wasn't old enough, but you could buy boxes of SKSs for $50 fucking, you know, like
My
whole
first
crates. You
my
know, I
first
heard.
SKS that I bought, I paid $100 for. It came with it was a Noriko. It came with the bayonet on it, you know, which that's illegal to own now, you know, but yeah, there's still some cool stuff that you can get out here.
Yeah, but I mean, you could buy a bunch of, you know, you could buy them, you know, you could buy a whole crate of them for, you know, like $400 or something. It was something crazy that I was listening to. A friend, a guy I worked with used to have his, he had his license stuff, so he could buy whatever he wanted. So he'd bring it in, and they used to go behind a plant when they had a plant over there in Fayette County, and they just target practice on a low 1,000. After work, they go there and shoot about 1,000 rounds off into the damn trees and shit and piles. Just crazy, crazy time.
Yeah, I used to pop those tracer rounds. They were just fun for me to have, you know. I had no business having them, but I had thousands of tracer rounds when I was freaking 20 years old, man. You know, and I'm stupid because I'm just blaring these things through my weapon, not knowing that, you know, I'm eventually going to melt that shit down. You know?
You're 20 having fun.
Yeah, God. That's what you do, man.
Do got one more. I know we're all rolling the guns. Let me play one more.
Go ahead, cousin.
Jim Brewer got a kind of cool point on Epstein before we get away from it.
There are pictures of Trump with Epstein and young ladies. You can't deny that. Now, that doesn't allude to anything. However, I do remember years ago when Epstein was being investigated, they said Trump was very cooperative. This is before we even really knew about Epstein. Now, here's what I ask. Think of everyone that hates Donald Trump. De Niro, Joe Biden, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Whoopi Goldberg, Chuck Schumer, Pelosi. Why aren't any of them screaming at the top of their lungs to release the Epstein files? Don't you think Chuck Schumer should be up there with his glasses going, I really think that Donald Trump should release the Epstein files? Don't you think so? Why isn't Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton going, we demand the what happened to the Me Too movement? Where's all the Me Too's going? Hey, listen, we don't like, we get very upset and we're going to march because women were touched and they were looked at funny. But hey, children getting raped on an island. Let's get a new deal for a TV show and keep quiet about this one. Where are they?
Crazy, ain't it?
Crazy how
they got real quiet all of a sudden. You know what I mean?
And crazy how, like, Jim Brewer's crazy. He's just fucking insane and funny man, but he's spitting freaking fire. I mean, absolute fire, and he really is.
He usually is. He usually is. You know, he's one of the people that came out. I don't know if you're aware of the double swap with Chappelle, but he has put out a couple of videos saying that Chappelle ain't the Chappelle that he knew. You know what I mean? And people just ignore that, you know. And you got to question yourself, you know, what is going on with these people? You know, are they, you know, using body doubles? Well, dude, come on, man. We know they're using body doubles. You go back a few weeks ago, they sent. I wish I could find this. I'm going to look for it. Maybe I'll find it later. But they sent a Donald Trump body double to go meet with Zelensky. Everybody knows that Donald Trump is well above 6 feet tall. Okay. The body double that they sent to go stand with Zelensky was barely taller than Zelensky. And everybody tried to say, you know, that it's some kind of message they're sending to him or something. Let's see. Trump double Zelensky.
Absolutely, Jason. Yeah, the signs from Trump's opposition is quite telling on how guilty they all are. They really are. It's if we ever see anything on that, it's going to be see a bunch of heads rolled on both sides of the party. It's going to be bipartisan.
Bro,
Heads
bring them all
rolling.
down. Bring them all
Yeah,
down.
I hope they do.
I want to go back to 2016 and pull freaking who's my guy, Paul Ryan out. All right, because he was the first Republican as soon as DT got into office that said, "I'm out of here. I'm not running for re-election," because that dude is one of the most corrupt fucks out there. You know.
I'm laughing at Monique says he thought he was 5'4". How about Zelensky? What's up, Mr. Willie? Willie Desert Hangout is in the house.
North Vixen, never seen her before. Thank you. Welcome to the Rumble.
Quite tall, actually, very tall. Yeah,
very tall.
There's a song by Tom McDonald called "Cloned Rappers." That's actually it's like a little short music video, but it's like its own little thing. Like it's like a crash course on. He's gonna kick some shit for you. Like it's he must have went down that rabbit hole and then wrote that song. So it's cool. Cloned Rappers, Tom McDonald. Yeah, on that. We talked about the masks earlier, the cloning and the obsession with all of that. Like recently they came out like we've completed the Human Genome Project. Like we finished it. Like we've got the map of everything. Just today I saw they have some sort of like what would we would call it nano imaging of the fucking atomic level of things, right? And that's going to be a big cornerstone moving forward in nano projects and nano building, et cetera, et cetera. So, they're playing God at this point.
They're trying to.
I'll be right back.
On and on. CRISPR technology, Terminator genes in the food, go on and on. But anyway, I don't doubt anything. Cloned rappers, Tom McDonald, cool song. I don't know. Anything is possible.
Yeah, I mean, we know the mass technology they have. We've seen it. We've seen the mass that they can make anybody look like anybody. We
should play that video every fucking show. Like
I need to put it. I need to put it in the intro.
Reminder, you don't know you can't trust what you're seeing. Like, not man.
Exactly. Yeah, I need to put it part of the intro. Put it.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. A little.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll put that in the intro. It'll be. I'm trying to get it more and more. How was it? More Charlie Robertson intro video going on. Jamie's making a mess over there.
What was Jamie doing? Oh, he's getting
it. He's cut off. No more alcohol for Jamie. Your 2-drink limit is done. You're making a mess, so cut off.
No, I didn't spill anything, man. I'm sitting in a leather chair, and I've got shorts on, and my fat ass is sweating like you would not believe in this leather chair.
Jason, he ain't got to the Depends level yet. He's almost there. He's getting closer now.
Oh my God, I'm going to be 50 years old this year. So hey, check this out. So the joke today was on the upcoming Attitude fight. We have we got a bout that just got signed where we have a 53-year-old guy making his amateur debut against a 51-year-old guy that is currently 2-1.
Hell yeah!
So
we
I'm
can still
joking.
Do it, Dave. Hell, we got hope, Dave. We can still.
Oh,
do
dude,
it.
I looked at Whitney immediately, and I'm like, "Fuck this! I want to fight." I'm down. So the joke started flying back and forth, and I asked Paul. I said, I wonder if we can get a sponsorship from Ensure or Ovaltine for the old guys. And then I asked Paul, who's a 60-year-old plus guy, chief in the Navy and our main promoter. I said, hey, Paul, what's that other drink that you old guys like? He responded, Metamucil.
Some prune juice. Y'all get prune juice sponsorship.
Oh my God.
Yeah, get your Metamucil for that fiber. Make sure everything's flowing the way it should.
Oh my God, man.
Well, that's a great idea, though. They should sponsor that event. You know, they should. Ovaltine, any high calcium, you know, Metamucil, Viagra, whatever. You know, there's a broad market we could tap.
There was a fight came up, possible fight come up. I won't even say, I'll say it that way. And when I heard about it, I was like, damn, if I had more than a week, hell, I would have jumped in there and hell and took that one. It would have been
well, we're never too old, Ricky.
No, we're never too old. Hell with it. Hell,
I'm just gonna
Ken Shamrock and Hoist Gracie did it in their 50s. Hell, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
I spar all them young 20-year-olds as it is now. So yeah.
Right. So I don't know if I told you.
Trade, stand in the pocket and trade bombs with a 85er and Dave hits me and punches me in the head every once in a while, and we won't say where he's at, but
trading does not sound like fun. The older you get, the more moving there needs to be, the more bobbing and weaving.
I think. We sparred Tony, Dave.
Yeah, fuck, he's gonna fucking maul the guy. Whoever he's fighting, I feel bad for him because Tony's a monster.
Yeah, I don't know. I get hard headed with him.
He's a handful, man.
I like to stay in the pocket with him and just swing, just body shots, and he's trying to knock my head off.
He's gonna be fighting at
85.
185. Okay.
Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
That's cool. Yeah. I knew he was on that card. I didn't know. I thought it might be 170, but 185. That's beefy, bro. That's nice. I like it. I dig it. That's gonna be a good fight, man. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I like nothing against the smaller guys, but I mean, shit, you don't see a lot of 185, 205 and heavyweights anymore. You know, not like you used to. Even welterweights are more rare. You know, to some degree. I know Attitude's going to have a few good pairs coming up, so because that's Chase Man, right? Is that 170? There's another good Chase Man.
So
fight?
Chase is not fighting on our
50?
card.
No longer. Okay.
No. So yeah. So big issue, big mix up there. They used a graphic that they weren't supposed to use.
I see.
And yeah, I've been doing damage control on that today.
Okay. Mix. Just right. To scratch to my curiosity, is he a 55 or a 170?
He's a 170.
Yeah, he's fought at 85 too, but he's a 170 monster.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all are aware. Danny Barlow just went up to 185.
He's a handful too.
And
yes,
him,
that
you know,
was cool. I think that's pretty awesome.
Let me tell you, I was in Vegas for his Contender Series debut. And when he got there, he weighed 201. And he cut from 201 down to 170 in 3 fucking days. And that, bro, if there was ever a description of we tried to kill a dude,
you're right.
My God, bro. I felt so bad for him. You know, but he pulled up and did it, man. You know, and now there's a rule in place. A lot of people may not know this, but the new unified rules say you can't weigh more than 29 pounds of your weigh-in. So these dudes that come out and cut all this massive weight and then immediately rehydrate.
How far out is the check when they how long?
Well,
when do they check that?
The night you fight.
I'm
you
saying,
know, so you get. What do you mean?
Oh, you're talking
so I'm
about
saying,
on the recovery side.
On the recovery side.
Oh,
some of these, bro, listen, some of these fucking dudes that weigh in at $155 or 145 show up at fight night at $165, you know, they immediately rehydrate themselves, man, and they put fucking 25 or 30 pounds back on them.
Damn
You know,
wrestlers.
right?
A lot of that's what it is. There's
Man.
a lot of wrestlers are good at it, and they're
So they can do it on the front side too. I had read some articles about it, but I was wondering if that's what they had done. But you're saying, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's 29 pounds is still a metric shit ton of. So that's like barely a rule with teeth at all.
Yeah, but there are people out there that do that, and they play that
agree?
game.
I mean, yeah, but they're trimming like 6 or 7, 8 pounds possibly. I mean, somebody might put 35 pounds on, but anything more than that, I mean, Patty Pimblett maybe. Fuck, is that the Patty Pimblett rule?
Man, I don't know if it's a Patty rule, but it could be. I mean, because that dude, he weighed, what's he fight at, 155?
Yeah, 155, and he said
he
he
walks around like
he
does
said
the
F
same thing
abs.
like Danny, like 200 pounds.
Yeah, he said F abs. He likes to be in the. That's cool. Jason
So
said he
they
was a
need to do
wrestler
on
in
the
high
front
school.
side,
Hell yeah.
Make you be. They need to check you like 1 week out and make sure that you're already within 15 to 17 pounds, right? That you're not 30. Not to nothing against Barlow's strategy there. It does deplete the fuck out of you though. So there's two edges to any sword, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the game they've created where the weight cutting is such a huge part of it. It's just as important as punching and kicking. And that does suck a little bit that it's such a huge part of the sport. It was my least favorite fucking part of the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're hurting yourself, and then especially the ones that are cutting so far and cutting so much. You know, like I've had issues and had stuff happen, and I'm like, look, for people that missing weight or something like that, I'm like, look, I ain't letting his kidney shut down. I mean, I've seen it happen before. I've seen it happen a bunch of times. The fighters that turn around and the day of, they'll even if they made weight and then turn around, and as soon as they try to hydrate, their body shuts down and it's over. It's the fight's off, and you cut wrong, and you're not eating very well, and it's so much to it. It's a science to it.
Yeah. Well, any movement toward maybe regulating that a little better within the sport will be a positive thing. Because
I think they should. I wish they'd go every 10.
Just fight when you walk around that.
I think they should. I think that and
10 pounds.
Every 10 pounds. Appreciate it, Space Kitty. Yeah. 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 205. Then you could maybe go up to 225 and then have a heavyweight, whatever. But I think, because that way you have people more fighting more closer to their weight class, like Nate Diaz really needed to be a 165er. He didn't even, he was too big. He was, took a lot for him to cut to 55, but he was way too small for them guys that are coming down from 70, because they're coming down from 220 fucking pounds,
Right.
You look at these guys and they're just enormous. They're just insane big. Like, look at guys like Alex Pereira, John Jones that were 205. These are 205ers, right? Just, I mean, even look at Strickland, fucking 6'2", 6'3", like just huge. Fucking, and he walks around like big as shit, 225, shit like that. Cuts to 185? Is he fighting 185? So, these are monsters at the top of the game. The guys that are doing it, they're just huge. They're getting their weight cuts on. I mean, it's just an art. You got to get it down, and it's part of it's a technique. But I agree with you, Ricky. That would be cool, and that may be something the sport moves into. You may have something that's something that may arise is like no weight cutting, like fucking what do you walk around at, like have larger brackets maybe or something, but the sport's always changing. So
I know it's one of them things. Like I interact. I know like Jamie does too. Like a lot of different commissions and stuff like that. Maybe we could help push that along. Maybe push some bugs in people's ear and go, hey, let's check. We need to change his weight classes. Let's change these weight classes. Every time we talk to them or something. And maybe we.
Bro, I think they need to. I think they need to. Like, why not let dudes fight where they walk around at? You know what I mean? Because the weight cut doesn't, what are you doing other than stepping down to beat up a littler guy that may already weigh that weight? You know what I mean? When you've got a dude that cuts down from 170 to 145 pounds, come on, man. Why not y'all just fight it at a 160 catch weight, and call it a day,
Right. So the problem becomes without regulation, if let's say you walk around at 205 and you're like, I'm going to fight at weight, there's going to be some prick that fucking cuts from 240 2 days out. And then you get in there and you're like, fuck, this dude's enormous. That's what ran me out of 205 was that I walked around at 205. And so it was time to move the middleweight at that point.
Right.
Because the guy was like 230 the night of the fight. Like he put on 23 pounds after he weighed in at 206. And he puts on 22 pounds. That's huge,
It was like Jacob Noe back in the day. Hell, he did that all the time. He was walking around 230, 240, fighting at 205. I see Jason had make a point, like, why not having a running average of weight and not a hard line, there's got to be a better way, for a safer,
broader, weigh-in category. It'll be like
a grappling tournament, you got a big range. I mean, technically you have a range. Technically you do have a range in MMA. So if you're fighting at 170, you can be 150s. What is it? 157 to 171 is losing on most classes, that you're in a 170 weight class, so you have a range, but of course you don't want to be, sitting at 162 or something like that and fighting somebody that's cutting down to 170 because then when they juice up, the next day and
your 10-pound rule would solve almost all those problems, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would solve a shitload of those problems. You could miss weight by being overweight the next fucking day. If that was true, then you'd have some people that couldn't make those big manipulations.
What's up, Marie? We got Marie in the house now. Yeah, cut out milk. Dairy is one of them things that I love dairy, but
I ain't cutting milk out.
I mean, it's one of them things. It's not good for inflammation and all kinds of stuff. I know people that's had cured illnesses cutting out dairy, but so what do I do with my friends that cut out dairy? I take Pancho's cheese dip to their house for when they have a party and tempt them.
A gift.
Ask Mike Hooker what I do when he invites me over to his house. He invited me over in a while. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
You fucked him up with the cheese.
I would bring some Pancho's cheese dip. I'm evil.
Scotty Swinger's our matchmaker, and when I first got into the MMA world, dude, I'd show up at weigh-ins with a bag of tacos, got food for my crew, and I sat down at the table one day. He goes, man, that's kind of wrong, don't you think? I go, what do you mean? He goes, all these dudes are cutting weight. They've not weighed in yet. You're sitting over here pounding Mexican food. I looked right at him square in the face and I go, fuck them guys. That's what they signed up for. I did not sign up for this. I'm going to enjoy my torta. Okay.
That's right.
I love all of them, but they signed up to play the game. I did not. Leave my lunch alone.
Now, okay? I'm the opposite side of that. If I have a guy fighting, he's cutting weight, I'm not eating that day either. I might drink me a Dr. Pepper first thing to kind of help me wake up. And after that, I'm right there with him, cutting weight with them. Basically,
I cut weight with my team when I'm with law school. I cut weight with those guys as well. But still, on weigh-in day, I'm gonna have my taco. I've gotten better about it, but yeah.
I know guys that eat right in front of them while they're cutting weight, while they're in a bathtub. The Epsom salt and the green alcohol, and eating a sandwich while they're sitting in there screaming.
Are you guys out there eating? Is that French toast? Shut up.
Cheeseburger. Right. Five Guys cheeseburger with the fries and milkshake. Oh man. I found this video on a whole nother different level. And they've been sorry, James, we're making you hungry. We don't mean to make you hungry. I had Papa's Europan for lunch dinner tonight. It's French fries, and then they put grilled chicken, steak, and chorizo on top, and then put cheese sauce on top of that. Yeah, I was hurting myself. I had to stop and pull over and walk around for a little bit before I can get rid of a food baby, because I was hurting. But
meat, cheese, taters.
That's it. What more do you need? That's all. That's everything in life. That's all you need: meat, cheese, and taters. That's I could live forever. But it's pretty cool. Talking about the British people come over here to the United States, and people talk about how terrible the United States is, and then you get somebody like this, and
I can hands down say that the United States of America is the best country I've ever visited in my life. And it's honestly where I can see myself living. I want to move there. I want to move there right now. Things I saw, the foods that I tasted, the people that I met, best thing to ever happen to me. And I wish I grew up there, because I can imagine that kids get a very good upbringing there.
Look how mental this is here in Texas at the minute in Austin, America. Look at all this, yeah?
Oh, wow.
Mental. You do not get this type of shit in England, honestly. Anywhere but England is better. Just look at this.
Honestly, Americans are so friendly towards us here. I feel like every time I leave the house with my dog, we get kind of, idle little chit chat with people. And as soon as they find out we're from the UK, they're so enthusiastic about it. They're so curious. They're really eager to kind of start building a friendship, and they're so welcoming in a way that I just don't think would be the other way around. When an American is in the UK, I don't think we take too much of an interest by and large. And it's such an incredible compliment. I feel so incredibly flattered by the way that we've been received. And it just makes you think about the way that we're perhaps not necessarily hostile to people in the UK, but we're certainly not welcoming in a lot of cases, I'd say.
It's only when you're out of the UK for any length of time and you come back in that you realise how fucking broken and how much of a shithole this country is. So I've been away for 10 days, took my girls to America, not been there for 13 or 14 years, and we went to the exact same place. In actual fact, I stayed in the same hotel that I stayed in 13 years ago. Now, when I tell you that the entire area is unrecognisable now than it was 13 years ago, and not in a bad way, in an amazing way, I'm not exaggerating.
I'm currently here in Miami, Florida, and it's made me realize how depressing the UK actually is. Here in America, in Miami, everyone is super happy, proud of their country. It's good weather. Everyone's grinding, making content, trying to make money, become successful. There's no drive in the UK for that. Everyone's working Monday to Friday, going out on the weekend, spunking their wages, going to the pub. Whereas here, no one cares if you're making content. You're not getting judged. No one's hating on you behind your back. Everyone's actually just trying to help you.
American people are some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet in your life. I've been in Nashville now for 3 days. I'll get in a lift, I should say elevator. When I get in an elevator, oh, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And they just want to chat to you. And it's not even just like those little like awkward conversation areas. Like in the UK, you just look in another direction. Everywhere, like you walk down the street and someone will be like, oh, hey, where are you from? And being from the UK, that is something that you never ever experience. People want to avoid you at all costs.
It is absolutely crazy how the media will really have you believing that a place is completely different from the reality. And what I mean by that is, while I was growing up, all I ever saw in the UK, the media coverage of the US was always bad, saying that the people are rude, that it's not a nice place to go, that it's dangerous. And all of that stuff could not be further from the truth. There was not one time that I felt unsafe in America in a whole 6 weeks, a whole 6 week span of being there. Everybody I met was friendly. Everybody I met wanted to have a nice chat. The scenery, don't even get me started on how ridiculously beautiful America is.
Americans, we are in San Francisco.
Even though we were warned by a lot of people not to come here.
And I don't really understand why people were warning us and telling us not to come here, because this place...
It's really, really beautiful. Like the buildings, the houses, everything just looks so charming and really picturesque.
This, honestly, must be one of the most beautiful cities I have ever been to. Seriously, it is incredible.
So I've just returned to the UK from a wonderful trip. I'm super lucky. I've been away. But it's that fear back to the reality of the UK that makes the return so bad because, you know, on arrival back, so I flew into Stansted and it was disorganized chaos. The minute literally as I stepped off the plane, you knew I was back in the UK. There were, you know how we love a bit of tape here to tape off areas. You know, you make your way through the slalom of tape everywhere. It was chaos getting off the plane. You know, the stairs didn't arrive, nothing worked. Both the escalators were out. So everyone was having to go up the stairs. You know, you got old people struggling with luggage. And I just thought, wow, really back in the UK where nothing works.
USA core. It wouldn't be a USA neighborhood without USA flags draped on every porch.
Some love from our British cousins.
Yeah, I was thought that was pretty cool. Everybody, you know, one was in Nashville. Like, oh yeah, like you know, South gets a bad rap sometimes, but we are pretty, you know, in the most part, we're pretty friendly and we're helpful and some of the best people you ever meet down here for sure. Jason said he said that's freaky to see a huge bulky guy with a British accent. Well, you see the
I guess San Francisco is totally just needles and feces, like you know.
I mean, there's some bad areas now for sure.
Hey, I just found a very interesting video that is completely off topic of nothing we've covered this evening.
We have talked about pew pews,
But it's Cory
Clinton, and how I don't even know if we've been on a topic.
Check this out. Do you know who that is on his back?
No.
That's Rabbi Shumley.
Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, you're trying to get us kicked off fucking YouTube now. Okay.
Hey, I'm just pointing out who it is. I didn't say anything of it. Okay? And it says the post is pretty good. It said Rabbi Shumley wearing a clown suit on Senator Cory Booker's back while he was at Oxford in 1993. This was 30 years ago, and now he's one of the most powerful Democrats in the country. What are the odds that all of this happened organically?
Oy vey, take it down. Take it down.
No, I can't. No. That's just a quinkadink, Jamie. A quinkadink. That's all it is, man. You know, it's just coincidences of, you know, he was probably on his back later on too. He probably broke back mountain looking motherfucker. But
bro, yeah.
Jason said he's gonna put out flyers in UK for vacation trips to East St. Louis and Gary, Indiana. Go ahead and do Detroit. Do Detroit and hell, bring them here to Memphis. Fuck it.
Everybody gonna get robbed in Memphis.
Come for the barbecue and blues and leave in a body bag. That's it.
Well,
Come over.
the UK though, it's like just one big island with a big city center and other towns around and everything. But like bro, the UK is savage, you know. I mean, and it has been for some time.
It is rough over there. I watch Dave's Waffle House.
London just is the history of London, like fucking wild. That's always interested me, but
yeah, it's wild over there right now.
In England, yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous in London, man.
My buddy Dave's Waffle House, he shows a lot of videos, and I've seen a lot of them and it's crazy over there right now. And the amount of not letting people speak out about some of this stuff. Like as soon as somebody even tries to do like a protest, they'll rile it up and make it into a riot. It's wild. It's wild as hell over there. We got Michael. Let me go back to the chat real quick. Got Michael Strange of Troubled Minds is in the house too. I'm sure he's chatted in and lurking. Red Pill, welcome to the chat and welcome to the show. Appreciate Indy sending you our way. Hope you enjoy. We have we're kind of ADD and having fun and talking about a little bit of everything. So appreciate you.
Us ADD, get out of here.
No. Well, I'm kind of ADD. Jamie's has Tourette's. And Dave's here. He's the balance of the whole thing, and he's here for the ride. He's the balances out.
What's wrong with me too, though? Don't get the wrong idea. I'm sure there's some shit wrong. I got maladies too. We all got maladies.
We're just on the extremes though. That you're the kind of the balance, right in the middle of his imperfections balances out.
East St. Louis. Growing up in West County, St. Louis, you'd have to drive to. This is when I was a young rabble rouser, but we'd have to drive to get beer in Illinois, and you'd have to go to East St. Louis. That was the closest spot. You'd cross the river, and fucking hour both ways. I mean, but. And it was, you always heard the stories and stuff. It's real industrial over there and everything, but I don't know. We were just wild. We never had any problems, but you always heard about how bad it was and how dangerous. Our parents would have flipped out, of course, if they knew. I hope they're not watching this shit. They ain't. Cool.
Oh, Jason said we should rename the show Dysfunction Junction. Grok keeps wanting me to rename the damn show. What the hell is it? Conspiracy. Well, what is it? Let me see. Let me see if I can. Where was it? I had to fix the damn thing every time they do it. That's not it. Let's see. I forgot. Oh, Conspiracy Chronicles. There we go. I finally remembered it without even looking it up. He wanted me to rename the show Conspiracy Chronicles because I put it in there and it's like, hey, help me make me do a deal with this, and like Conspiracy Chronicles number 59. I'm like, where did you change the fucking name? I don't. What the hell? Technology. It's great. It's great. Oh, I should have left it on here. Let's go down to random video real quick. Let me show y'all some of this random stuff. Have you seen the dude watermelon challenge?
No.
It goes as well as you would imagine it would. They gotta be doing this in Memphis, I guarantee it.
See it. Nah. Hey.
Like, what are you kids doing?
Bro.
What the
We'll cut that out. What?
Yikes.
Milk crate challenge, back in a couple years ago, that was stupid.
Ooh,
But
that's bad, bro. That's
but
deadly.
like, yeah, that's concussion death. Asking these kids nowadays, I don't know. Oh, and these are actually real. This is actually pretty cool. I wish I was eating some watermelon, Matt Sal. I got to throw some. I'm going to try to find me a yellow meat watermelon this weekend. That's my goal for this weekend, to find a yellow meat watermelon. And if you've never had a yellow meat watermelon, trust me, they're real and they're good. sand, a sand candle. So when I looked it up, it's kind of, they're real.
Huh. That's wild.
All you gotta do is put in new.
It's like a
new
fucking litter box.
Yeah, it's
candle,
like
but
new. You put new wicks in there, and
Huh.
it burns just right there beside it. But if it takes off flowing, it
just goes
you
out.
can't set your house on fire, especially with little monsters running around.
As long as
Random
they
stuff you
give
find.
me cool shit like this, I'll put up with ever increasing tyranny. You know, I mean, bread and circus. That is truly all I require is bread and circus.
Yeah, and
I
chicken.
will go happily and quietly into that good night. In fact, sand candle. That's awesome.
That is pretty cool. I like that right there. On another random note, real quick, before we get into serious shit, have you seen that they remade War of the Worlds?
No, I've not.
It has a historic 0% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, and it's like a
Code is ready. I'm sending it to you now. Put it on a thumb drive. I don't have a thumb drive. What do you mean you don't have a thumb drive? Even I have a thumb drive. Boy, this is a top secret military installation. They don't let thumb drives in the building.
Faith can load it here and I can get it to you.
How?
Prime Air.
Right here.
Oh, it's the fee trip delivery. They've been training us for months. I need you to place an official order on Amazon to activate the drone.
Nice.
It's a freaking movie with the Amazon ads in it.
We only got one shot at this. Are you sure you can get it here?
Don't worry. I fly like a bird.
Code is ready.
That's not lame and gay at all.
Are you allowed to say that?
It's not. I said it's not lame and gay.
Don't worry about the sarcastic tone. Don't worry about that part. Just listen to his words, what he said, and his words told you what he felt. But yeah, it's yeah. I seen it up on there, and then I seen it pop up, and it was like, huh. And then I seen it had very like 2 stars, and then it was like, no, I might not want to watch that. And now I'm kind of glad I did.
I can hands down say that these
Here's something you should. I mean, this is not really important or anything, but like something that they would teach you about writing, whether it be a story or a screenplay, is you don't want to certainly don't want to include a deliberate interruption of the fictional narrative with something like that. That's corny as fuck, and it's an advertisement, and that reminds you it'll break the trance of the story. So that's if I ever am watching a movie and there's like an ad baked into the fucking movie, gross. I'll stop right then.
I mean, they have been doing for years. They placement like, oh, look at this Coke. We're drinking this Coke or Pepsi or whatever. And everything. But that's just blatant.
Different.
It's on Amazon Prime movie, and they have a Prime ad in the middle of the damn thing. Yeah. Like Jaden said, brought to you by Pfizer and Amazon. Thank you for enjoying the show. But this next video, it was interesting. I actually kind of looked it up and see if she was full of crapping, but she's not. Federal judge in Texas did rule that BlackRock and Vanguard and State Street can be sued for forming investment cartels on markets.
I started talking about how BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street control and run Delaware. And all of the haters wanted to call me a conspiracy theorist at the mere mention of these companies. However, I need to formally request you guys start referring to me as a spoiler alertist instead, because based off this court ruling,
That's what we are. We are spoiler alerters. By God, I'll have to get. I'm gonna make that shirt.
in Texas today of the state of Texas versus BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, I am onto something. Let me break it down for you. BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street just lost a major court ruling today in federal court, and a federal judge in Texas agreed that they can be sued. The lawsuit says that they formed an investment cartel to control U.S. energy markets. They allegedly bought up coal companies just to shut them down and force green energy initiatives, all while jacking up prices and pushing ESG policies that nobody voted for. If you don't know what an ESG policy is, it's environmental, social, and governance. Now pause, because this is exactly what I've been exposing here in Delaware. Those three major key players, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, they own Tyler Technologies, who is behind the corrupt reassessments. They're major shareholders in Amazon and Costco, both of who received insane tax decreases while the rest of us got jacked. They indirectly own Delmarva Power through ownership in Exelon, the parent company to Delmarva Power, and our power bills and our energy bills have been skyrocketing due to ESG policies here in Delaware, due to green energy initiatives that our lawmakers passed, knowing there was no possible way for us to meet them here in Delaware. We simply do not have the land to do so. They own Ryan Homes indirectly through their major ownership in NVR Homes, which is the parent company to Ryan Homes. So they've been going around, they've been buying all the residential land and the farmland and turning it into properties and developments that nobody can afford. They have a major ownership in Chesapeake Utilities. You guys, overdevelopment of the land, utility monopolies, and Artesian Water. Yep, you probably guessed it. And then you have some big name politicians who I cannot name yet until I have my receipts to back what I'm saying. But it all is full circle, guys. It's all a triangle profit scheme. We are free range humans on a tax farm. BlackRock and Vanguard are major owners in every single one of the things I just mentioned. They called it a conspiracy, but now it's a federal ruling. This wasn't a prediction. This was a spoiler alert. For legal reasons, this is, of course, all allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. I don't want to tell you what to think. I want you to tell me what you think. And I've given you the companies. I've given you the names. I've given you the federal court ruling. Go look it up, fact check me, and come back. And tag a Delaware resident, because we cannot let the same thing happen in our state.
Yeah, free range humans on a tax farm. Like, I seen a video the other day. I wish I'd saved it. Actually, it was pretty cool. But I don't say it's cool, but it's it was like Roman Empire times, and the guy, the captain or whatever, is over these people building, and he told me, he said, "Hey," they come up there. He's like, "Well, let me." He said, "Well, I kind of told the slaves we'll let them free. I gave them housing." And so the senator come over there and was like, "Okay, well, y'all are free, but y'all got to give me my keys to your house back, because, you're no longer slaves. We're going to pay you. But if you want to, you can work for us, and we'll give you 15 dinars a week. And it's 15 dinars to rent your house." And so it was, absolutely, taxation, slavery taxation, it's
back to work.
You're free, but you have to do this. Shadow, don't turn my mic off, silly. All right, you're turning my mic off. Get out of here. It's and speaking of conspiracy theories, I think I'll put that on there. I asked Grok a question earlier today, and I actually I'm going to do a long, more in-depth video on this. Speaking of conspiracy theories, or, but here are the top 20 conspiracy theories that have been proven true, raw and factual is what I asked for it. The Tuskegee syphilis, where they where they actually infected all them poor people with syphilis in the Tuskegee experiments. MK Ultra, which you can look back. I just did a video on MK Ultra. So if you want to hear a little more on that, there's lots of stuff on. And it was, I forget how many different. You got MK Ultra, and then you had so many subpots off of it. It was crazy. What's up, Joey? Joey's in the chat now. Appreciate you popping in. Operation Northwoods, the Gulf of Tonkin in Vietnam, which got us into Vietnam, which never happened. We know that for sure. Operation Northwoods was the planned false flag for a Cuban invasion that JFK denied and maybe paid the price for denying it. COINTELPRO, FBI infiltrated and distributed activists, denied in 1971 docs and Senate probe. Of course, you got Watergate, Iran-Contra, where U.S. sold arms to Iran, funded rebels illegally. Of course, they denied it. Of course, it was true. Then we kind of just bombed them the other day. Huh. Operation Paperclip brought all those Nazis and wiped out their bad record and made them help bring in the lunar and space age with all those nice scientists, no matter what kind of war crimes they did. Operation Mockingbird, CIA manipulated media. CIA did a lot, huh? Business plot, the leads planned FDR coup, denied as a hoax. Of course, they found out later it was true. The Niera testimony, of course, she was saying how terrible things are going on in Iraq, and of course, they find out later that she was she was a daughter of the daughter of a CIA set or something like that.
What did you say? Babies in incubators or whatever it was.
Yeah.
She was just telling a story. She was
She's right in front of Congress saying all that, and it was all bullshit.
Below. Yeah.
Operation Snow White, Scientology infiltrated government. Of course, they denied it, but yep, Scientology did infiltrate it. Operation Snow White. That's what I just said. Oh, I'm over here. Let me scroll back. There you go. CIA assassinations. Of course, they killed a bunch of foreign leaders. Now we know that for sure. Bohemian Grove. Alex Jones helped us up with that one and infiltrated that. Tobacco industry. People were saying that. Of course, they hid cancer risks, denied for decades. You're watching old commercials from like the 40s and 30s and stuff, and they had pictures of doctors and everybody was smoking, telling them how it helps you lose weight and helps you do this and helps you do that. The asbestos cover up. Project Sunshine, where the U.S. was harvesting bodies for radiation tests. The Guatemala STD experiments. Prohibition poisoning, where the government was actually taking and poisoning the alcohol to kill people and messing up the alcohol that people were buying. And Reichstag fire, Nazis staged it to seize power, of course, denied. And that's just 20, real quick. Things that make you go,
Where's September 11 and all that?
Well, we're going to be old men if we ever see that come out as knowing the truth that we know. Because, September 11th, no doubt, absolutely it was. And no doubt, this show's for entertainment purposes only. Remember that. No doubt people passed away, and there's no doubt people got killed during that day. and we go out to the people whose lives are affected. But there's no doubt there was no effing plane at the Pentagon. There was no plane in Pennsylvania unless some kind of miracle happened and they did like they said. And when the plane hit, it hit so hard, it shoved the whole effing plane under 200 foot of dirt.
And the ground just circled it
And,
in.
and the ground engulfed it and circled and covered it back up. Magic. The magic plane going in the dirt. Yeah, they laid the groundwork for the CBDC for sure. You know, we did a fun 9/11 last year. We might have, we got to do another 9/11 show this year. We got more information and we can throw some more stuff out.
Yeah, there's a couple cool pages out there now, man, that really have a lot of video out there.
Mhm.
There's one page out there literally dedicated to testimony from the NYFD of individuals talking about them hearing the secondary explosions going through the building.
Oh, what do I have it? There was one I had. Let's see. Let me stop sharing for one. Be just messing people up. I got a new video just today. I was just going. Man. That's about Jason. Knights of Storm. You want to be part of that show? The 9/11 show? You want to come on and help us raise some hell?
We're gonna get canceled, so you know. It's not gonna last long.
He's not. If you don't see us on YouTube next week, remember Rumble, because Rumble fights for your rights. What did I not say that damn video? You're cheating me. He was talking about like guy got in the news and actually said it was talking about like the Pentagon was bombed. It was very he didn't make a hiccup or anything. Oh, it was on damn, I don't know where it was at. I'll find it. I'll have to Jason said, yeah, he can do that. He's already canceled anyway. He covered Operation Northwoods. I've done I did a small video on Northwoods. I haven't done a super, I think. But yeah, that'd be a fun day for sure. We had fun last time. We put out I got some cool videos. We brought out about Building 6 with the big hole blown in the center of it. We're going to go wide open conspiracy and or critical thinking or man, I can't believe I know what it was at. I just watching YouTube, I think. I don't know if I'll be able to find that. Oh, can I find it on YouTube? I don't know. Let's see. What do you think, Jamie, on Donald Trump talking about shutting down, or not shutting down, but D.C.
Federalizing it?
Federalizing. That's it. That's the word.
I think it absolutely needs to happen. When you talk about look, man, the local politicians there have created a Almost like Memphis, a catch and release program where there are more advocates that advocate on behalf of the criminal than there are people that actually, look at the crime rate that's going on. Everybody wants to make excuses for all the shit that these teenagers do. My opinion, fuck them. Okay, they start beating people up and rob them. I got an answer for you. Start fucking shooting them. Okay, fuck these kids. Fuck these kids. It's out of control. It's insane. These kids will fucking shoot you. You know, the feds need to step in because the local government has been demoralized, disarmed, and they no longer have the power to do their job. So if the feds need to come in, man, and they need to step in and take care of some of this shit, let them get in there and take care of it. Memphis, and here's a funny thing. Let me pull this back up real quick. Hold on, give me 2 seconds here.
You good?
Because I just saw this morning. Let me pull this back up.
Did you see them damn kids when they caught them robbing? They're all in damn bathrobes and shit, and all they doing, they were threatening.
So Todd Stearns owns KWAM 990 AM in Memphis. He is from Memphis. He is a conservative pundit, nationally known. He fills in for Mark Levin, among other TV talk show hosts and radio hosts on a regular basis. Todd Stearns is a brilliant guy, right? His radio station puts out this morning. We know everyone is freaking out about crime in D.C., but let's put things in perspective. D.C. reports 88 homicides so far this year. As of today in Memphis, we've had 170, and Memphis has 100,000 fewer citizens than the District of Columbia. You know what I'm saying? We are double the amount with 100K fewer. Man, bro, look. There's I'm trying to think of the right way to set this up and not sound like I'm a fucking horrible person. But there is a flight from major cities that is happening. And they want to call it white. They want to call it white flight. No, it's intelligent flight. Okay. Because average everyday people, whether they're black, white, brown, Hispanic, Asian, I don't give a fuck what their ethnicity is. Smart people are getting the fuck out of these Democrat run cities because these fat fucking women that are all empowered have created an environment where the criminal gets put to the top and the average citizen and the victim get fucking stepped on. It doesn't matter, and then when you look at the crime in Memphis, minorities are the most affected. You know what I mean? The black community in Memphis is being murdered at a fucking rate that's astronomical by other black men, and how do you change that culture? You don't. It's not gonna. You can't just enact. Hey, we're gonna build a couple basketball courts. We're gonna make midnight basketball the new thing for these kids to do. That ain't gonna fucking do shit. Accountability and hold these people to the fire for their actions. We've got kids that are coming in and out of jail that are 19, 20 years old that before their 21st birthday, these kids have rap sheets that look like they're lifelong career fucking criminals. Okay. And they haven't even reached their 21st birthday yet. Stolen cars, guns, attempted murder, aggravated assault. And they keep getting fucking let out of jail. And now we have an organization in Memphis that is going out and trying to post bail for these fucking people. Bro, I'm looking for 10 acres in the middle of fucking nowhere, Montana, somewhere where the only person I got to worry about with a gun near me is a dude that is fucking shooting deer. Okay, bro, these cities are out of fucking control. There's nothing being done to change the mindset in these kids. We have reached a generation that is lost. They were raised by parents that feel like they're fucking entitled, that feel like that they're owed. You know, when you listen to these people talk about, well, Target getting looted ain't no big deal. You know, they're a multi-million-dollar corporation anyway. Take that person outside and hit them with a fucking water hose until they get some sense beat into them. You know
Sack
what I
of
mean?
oranges, though they won't leave marks. Remember that.
Bro, I'm just over it. I'm fucking legit over it. You know what I mean?
It is wild though. I mean, for real, like absolutely, I agree. It's crazy to see. You know, that you do see. I know exactly the video you talking about. That one was talking about. It's no big deal. It's, you know, they got the money. It's okay to rob because, you know, because they got the money. If you keep robbing from these stores, and that's why they're leaving all these areas, and that's all these stores are evacuating these areas, then you're eventually, you know. And now they're like, you know, in California and stuff, they're trying to, they're like, well, we might have to put in measures to keep these stores here. Like, you can't, how you going to make these stores stay here when they're losing millions of dollars a year? How, you know, they got to cut off, you know, if my arm is bleeding and to the point and gangrene and, you know, it's going to cost me my life, well, I'm going to have to hack my freaking arm off or it's going to cost me my life. It's the same thing with the businesses. You're going to have to, if you keep on bleeding, all your profit is going from these good stores, and you're taking money from good stores that are profitable and they're not getting robbed every 5 seconds, and shoving money over here to make up for the losses. When you're shuffling money like that, you know, eventually you can only do so much until you can't no more. You know, it's, yeah, bring old school parenting back again. I mean, you know, like, you know, timeout and you know, you see all these kids. I've seen them. I sit there, I just shake my head. I've seen it. I've seen parents be walking along with their kid and with a little kid and whatever, and they turn around and punch them mama right in the face. I ain't doing this. Bam, and punch them right in the face. If I had thought about doing that when I was a kid, I would have jumped off a bridge because I knew I was about to get the hell off of beating me to death. My mom would have beat me when I got in trouble in school. If I got a paddling in school, after I got home from my paddling from school, I got a paddling old belt from my mom. And then when my dad got home from work, because my mom in the school had to beat me, my dad would beat me. I mean, I had to go down the line if I caused that much trouble. So I maybe not really want to cause that much trouble. You know,
these kids have no accountability, bro. They don't have
No.
fathers in their lives to fucking discipline them. They're raised by a bunch of angry, pissed off women that hate men, and these kids are left out there to fend for themselves. You know what I mean?
Those
And
kids
they're
sound like women on that video. That, you know, that one that they in
a
the
bunch of
bathrobe and shit. They
a
sound
bunch
just
of
like women.
bitches. A bunch of bitches. You know, these kids, dude. These kids have no emotional control. They don't know how to manage their emotional bucket. You know, they lash out at everything. Everything is, dude. It's
What's up, West Virginia Wire?
Bro.
Welcome
Like,
to the show. What's up, Don? Welcome to the show. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here a little bit. Yeah, it is wild. I mean, it really is. You got no accountability. You know, you don't have nobody. You know, sometimes it is. You know, sometimes, you know, it's always like the kids. I remember when the kids were little with me, and like even you know, even with cousins and stuff, be at their house, and their parents expect me to discipline all of them because they would listen to me. Is one of them things. They knew if I was raising my voice, if I was sitting there upset, they knew, hey, it's time to stop this shit. It's over. All right. You know, it's one of them things. It was, you know, you need that. Sometimes you need that. You know, you see the kids be doing that with their mom, and all of a sudden the dad comes up and yells and everything stops. But like you said, a lot of them don't have that, you know, and not picking on any race. They all the way across the board. You see some badass kids in all shades and colors because they ain't got nobody there to show them right from wrong.
You got in addition to a culture problem, you've got this indoctrination of communist propaganda, commie gibberish, literally, where these people are destroyers of things, not creators, right? Not entrepreneurs, but robbers, cheaters, liars, thieves. And that's kind of the end result of all of this critical theory stuff, where it's like, oh, the whole system is intrinsically, racist or whatever. And the system.
It's easy to blame somebody else for all your problems, Dave. It's easy to blame.
Since 1913, the system has been rigged, but it's rigged against every goddamn body. It's poor people versus everybody else. Really, is what it amounts to, right? The haves and the have-nots. It's like bruh said, they stole both of our shit, and now we're gonna fight each other about the shit they stole from us. It's kind of how it's playing out.
Exactly.
And they're ramping up for a fucking, they've been ramping up the fucking racial tensions this year again. I've noticed because Trump's in and stuff, so that's par for the course. They did that last time, but the communism, bro, where it's like tear down the statues, rob from the stores, tear up your neighborhoods, because this has to be torn down before we can build the beautiful utopia where we're free and we have everything. And they got this idea that, you know what I'm saying? I heard somebody say once, like, because they had to pay for something, they were like, so much for the land of the free. And I was like, that's not what that fucking means, you moron. But you know what I'm saying? These people have been indoctrinated with bullshit, have this communism. And that's why these leaders have these ideas like, well, if the businesses are just going to leave as the government, I'll make them stay. That's the dumbest commie gibberish response I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you what are you talking about? You'll make them stay. And the New York mayor's got some commie ideas. They're gonna fucking, you know what I mean? And it's always these utopic ideas. I don't know if that's a word, but we're gonna coin it. Go ahead.
I got a good video on that New York mayor with Miss Indian chief herself got blasted on CNBC. Listen to this. Speaking of that mayor, real quick, we'll throw this out here because where's my rumble at? There it is. Amazing that even CNBC is each and throwing.
You mentioned Mamdani, and you are in New York, sort of speaking in behalf of him to a certain extent. I wonder, though, often we see this, and this is a local election. New York does not operate in a vacuum. It competes with other cities. And so this idea of somehow raising taxes on the wealthiest New Yorkers, who, by the way, I would point out, pay roughly 15% of their income right now between city and state. Raising taxes on them will simply drive them away. Shouldn't the focus of a mayor be on delivering services to the constituents of the city, doing that by raising the most revenue as possible without chasing businesses and the high income taxpayers out of the city? Because they can go to Austin, they can go to Dallas, they can go to Atlanta, they can go to Nashville. This is your issue. It's a national issue, not a local issue.
The issue is affordability. Do you know how many working families are chased out of New York City every day because they can't afford housing, they can't afford groceries, they can't afford childcare? What Zoran is saying is, I want people to be able to afford to live in New York City. That's what keeps it a vibrant city. That's what makes people want.
Look at them. Andrew Cuomo.
Retarded.
God, dog, look at who the New York gets to pick from. They're a foobar anyway.
They are fucked. They are absolutely fucked.
Look at the choices they get. They get Eric Adams or Andrew Cuomo. God bless America. Or this commie bastard. All right, let's finish.
Nobody disagrees with that, Senator, but raising taxes in order to do it? Why is that the answer?
Oh, dear. Are you worried that billionaires are going to go hungry?
No, I'm worried that they're going to leave and spend their money elsewhere.
They've threatened to do that over and over and over.
And they have. They've left.
But here's the thing.
And Goldman Sachs, when they create new jobs, they do it in Dallas. And Blackstone won't build a new headquarters. They go on and on.
You want to have a workable city? You want to have a city that's vibrant. You want to have a city where the streets are full, where there are things for sale 24 hours a day. Then you need people who can live here and work
Well, we've
here.
got that right now,
Not
by the
people
way.
who
I
have
would
to
point
take
out
an
New
hour
York
and a
is
half
New York
in.
is thriving. So right
Well,
now it's doing pretty well, actually.
I'm glad you think they're doing well, because a lot of people are struggling to pay for housing. A lot of people are struggling to pay for groceries. And I got to tell you, mamas and daddies who are facing $25,000 a year to pay for childcare.
Those are national issues. I mean, I know they are the local state, but you can't.
New York City.
Yes, but if you deal with them in that way, by what is always your backup, just tax them more, they will leave.
No.
He's, New York is going to see the biggest flight they've ever seen when that guy gets into office. Because the people that pay the taxes to make that city operate are going to fucking bail. New York City will become the real life Gotham when this is all said and done. Go look at the movie Joker. That is what that city will turn into. So.
Absolutely. I mean, they've shown already over and over again. They've tried the state runs grocery stores that he wants to put in, and they fail. They only have food on the damn shelf. They fail every damn time.
Right.
So, it's not that, hey, let's try this and see if this will work. They've already tried this on a scale, and it does not work. This is not going to work. Communism has never worked and helped the people. Ever. It only helped the big people get richer, and the government get stronger, and the poor people to get shoved down in the ditch moving farther.
Welcome to our world. Ricky Pike, I want to share something with you real quick on a positive note before I get out.
We got to do
here.
some
I got
positive
something,
stuff,
man. Let's do some positive shit. Man, the website that I'm showing you right now is called wefightmonsters.org. I wish I could remember the gentleman's name right now. Ben Owen and his wife formed this organization about 5 or 6 years ago. They were both junkies. They were both addicts. They were recovered. They got their lives together, and they created this organization. We Fight Monsters. They turn dope houses. Their theme is dope houses to hope houses. They go into these crack homes, man, these drug dens, and they literally take them over. It's pretty interesting, some of the shit that they do. Ben was actually on the Sean Ryan podcast that talked about some of the work that he did in Afghanistan, helping relocate some of these interpreters that were being rescued out of the country. Attitude MMA has partnered with them for our upcoming fight, and we're giving a portion of our ticket sales to their organization. So if you buy tickets to the Attitude MMA show and use the code WeFight10, not only do you get 10% off your tickets, but we're also donating 10% to their organization. Ben is going to be in the cage. He's going to do a little bit of a presentation and talk about, I'm going to give him the mic, and I'm going to let him talk about his organization and what they're doing. He's actually going to be in West Memphis on August 16, doing a fundraiser for a women's shelter there that needs a new AC unit. And he's going to be with Joe Birch of WMC TV5, and they're running an event there. And then those guys are going to come over to our event that evening. If you've ever wanted to volunteer, get involved, check this website out, man. They've got some cool swag on there. All the money goes to fund the operation that they're doing. When I spoke to Ben yesterday, he actually lives in northern Georgia now. Him and his wife were beelining it to Memphis for an op that they're getting ready to do that's probably going down right now or in the morning, where they've got this abuse case with these children that they're going in to take these kids out of this home. These dudes are absolute fucking badasses. What they do is on the right side of good. They are definitely in the fight for good. And I just wanted to share their information. This ain't about, anything I'm doing other than the fact of who they are. So you can skip all my shit on what I do, man. Take a moment, check out this website. Go pay attention to what they do. Give them a follow online. And check out We Fight Monsters, man. Pretty awesome organization. So But I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go do my thing tonight. And I appreciate you guys for having me once again. For everybody on the chat, man, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the reason that we do this thing. And, you know, it's because of y'all that we make this thing happen. So peace in the Middle East, hopefully Memphis, but it ain't going to happen. Not Memphis anyway. This place a fucking war zone.
All right, Jamie. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys, man. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week.
Peace. Y'all don't click off now. Me and Dave are still here, and Dave will hang out a little longer.
Yeah, I got a few more minutes.
No,
A few more minutes.
Dave got a little longer, so we're gonna keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
So
I was checking out that website. That's cool. Yeah, definitely want to. You got anybody going to that attitude card?
we don't have nobody on the attitude card. We really don't.
Okay. Okay. Are you gonna go up there?
I'm kind of considering it, think about it. I need to reach out to Jamie on something on that, and
I'll have to.
if I do something, I might have to holler at you on do. You know, since Jamie wasn't able to, I just want to make sure. Reach out. Got Whitney's book. Make sure y'all check out Whitney's book. It's pretty inspirational. You heard him in the background talking about Whitney a bunch of times. If you hadn't heard, yeah, she's, you know, she got sick, had both her legs amputated, and but she has the best spirit and keep on. And so she wrote a kid's book to help, and so check it out. And also, they have, because of both of them being disabled, they both have now have adaptability home services, so they'll actually come if you're in the tri-state area. I think even northern Alabama, I think they're working on. Don't quote me on that, but you get this phone number here on the screen and call, or the email right there, and info@adaptabilityhome.com, and give them a shout if you need some help. If you just had a injury, or if you need your home adapted for anything like that, they want to help, because they're in the same boat. They need, and they've learned how to adapt and do things. So if you need help, whatever, I think they even cutting grass to fixing the walls, or putting in handrail in the shower for you won't fall. Whatever you need, they can help you out, or they have people to help you. So I'm always going to make sure we shout them out, because they're trying to help people, and that's what we're here for. This is what this show is about: is helping people and bringing information out, and and that's for sure what it is all about. But next, back to the fun. RFK has been let me share this video. This is funny. And then we'll get serious. Rapper Lotto, she's going to save $2,000 on his jewelry if she was offered, but she had to answer this question. Check this out.
Hold on, these make me smart. Hold on. I got your phone.
So $2,000 off if you can give me right answer. Cool.
Okay.
The 45th president of USA and the 47th president of USA, they both have the same parents. How is that possible?
They both got the same parents. The 45th president of the USA and the 47th president got the same parents?
Yes.
How do the 45th president and the 47th president got the same parents?
It's a mystery.
They got the same parents because God made us all. And we all got the same parents. Because we're not on the 47th president yet. That's why.
It is. You want to know the answer? So the 45th president was Donald Trump, and the 47th president is also Donald Trump.
Our education system shining bright. That's what people look up to. Yeah.
She got all those cakes back there. She couldn't have brains too.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It can't be. Can't be.
She had too much going on.
But she put them glasses on to make her sound a little smarter there, you know.
And in comparing the numbers from June to May, we did see the trade deficit shrink about 16% down to $60 billion from the month prior. So we've seen those trade numbers continue to go down as they have tried to see the trade field level between multiple other countries. We're still waiting for the official White House reaction to this trade data that came out about 15 minutes ago. We're also looking to see how the markets may react to it. But the trade deficit shrinking from June compared to the month of May, down 16%, down to $60 billion. And it compared.
But they said it wouldn't work. He said the tariffs wouldn't work. By God. Today or yesterday? Let's see. And for interesting information
President
here.
Trump is getting ready to mark an office tomorrow with a record low of encounters at the southern border. Talk to me, Tom, about what this means for the safety of the American public.
Well, look, I look at numbers every day, despite what most of the media is saying. The vast majority of people ICE arrests every day are criminal aliens, public safety threats, and national security threats. I looked at the numbers just this morning. About 70% of everybody ICE is arresting is a criminal. And they're taking them off the street. Every criminal alien they take off the street makes this country safe again. And every public safety threat and national security threat, add national security threats, we've arrested thousands of national security threats. Again, making this country safe again. President Trump promised the American people that we would have the largest deportation in the history of this nation, and we're doing that. I looked at the numbers yesterday. We're at over 300,000 repatriations since President Trump's been in office. And in the first 4 months, of course, of the fiscal year, or Biden a month, so can't count them because they didn't do anything. But we're moving at record pace, and this country's getting safer every day.
They got a long way to go to catch Obama, though. He did.
Man,
report.
that shit seems slow.
It does. I mean, you think about how many Obama deported. Was it 5 million, 8 million?
10 million, I think.
It was an astronomical number.
10 million.
And if we only had 300,000.
And okay, so we're gonna say that the first 4 months. So I don't know.
I'm laughing at chat. If you
looks like they're
if you see me laughing, folks, I'm laughing at chat, Lucy.
It looks like maybe 3 or 4 million they're on track for right now. I don't know. Maybe my math's a little fuzzy, but we'll see what it ends up being. But it seems like they need to ramp that on up if they're going to hit Obama numbers, which seems to me anything shy of that is not really.
Yeah, I mean it.
Worth
I don't
bragging
think
about. I don't.
I mean, the numbers are way down, no doubt. Like compared to what they were, of course, the border was wide open. There wasn't nothing
impressive. They stopped the fucking flow, right? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It's a fucked situation, bro. And it's complex. There's gonna be people hating you. Oh, you want people to be thrown out of the country, you Nazi? Like just hold on a minute now. Like Homan said, you want to see the criminals deported. Technically, anybody illegal is, but hopefully there's priority to, you know what I'm saying? People that have whatever, like
we want the ones that's done major crimes. The rapists and the murderers and the cartels and drug dealers and stuff, like major drug dealers, like let's work on get the streets clean.
The other countries reciprocate in a way where it's like, hey, you caught this criminal in your country, so send them here and we'll imprison them. You know what I'm saying? And we could have a cooperative justice system. But instead, our tax dollars, my dollars, your dollars, will, you know what I'm saying, feed and house this motherfucker while he is serving his time before he's deported. Like in some cases, that's what's going on. And it's like, well, damn, that's not, you know, that's wasteful. I mean, I know it's a drop in the bucket on 30 plus trillion in debt, but it's the principle, and you know, it adds up. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we need to cut in these
media-
privately owned prison SOBs anyway. I mean, hell, they're you know, they incentivize and hurt a bunch of people and a bunch of families over petty shit over years, you know, and pushing laws like even, including hemp and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, we need the serious crimes, the serious drugs off the streets. And, you know, and if the people were doing it, I know Trump had made the comment, which was very controversial. You know, like if you're really effing up kind of like that, and hell, even deporting the people who are actually, citizens. You know, if you're doing some evil fucking shit, you know, you can go either way on that.
Yeah, I mean,
Also, it's kind of proven. You know, it's one of them things. Is I'm like, you know, everybody, you know, especially when they're young, make mistakes and do shit they ain't supposed to do. And the big thing on that, like most people didn't get caught, you know. So I mean, but if you are doing terrible things that the people, it's, you know, you need to be held accountable, you know.
Yep, absolutely. And you know, sometimes they need to do some time. I hate to see, you know, I hate to see some of these folks, you know, do time on our dime and then get shipped out. But I guess that's, you know, I don't know, you know, what's happening in a lot of cases is they go wherever we send them, and then they just work their way back and come over again. And some of these people have been here over and over and over again. Right. We know so many cases of that. So anyway, fuck, dude. I don't know. You know, it's all such a blur, and I'm so fatigued with it because it's a lot to keep up with. And it's like,
it is.
Will I ever be pleased? Mr. Dave, I'm doing everything I can. I can't do. I'm trying to please you, sir. I'm so sorry that I haven't revealed the Epstein Mossad blackmail pedophile rig in a timely fashion. I'm playing 5D chess. I've removed 300,000 illegals, all very dangerous criminals. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Absolutely.
You know,
we have hope on this show. We really do. We have hope of, like, you know, a lot of this stuff. Like we hope that, you know, all the evil fucking people in the world get, you know, let all their heads ring. You know, they're politician, if they're celebrity,
a lot of that takes place later, though. We don't, you know, like in the age to come. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lucky man who, like, allows, you know, vengeance to be the Lord's, and then he still gets to watch it happen. Like, that's lucky, man. You don't usually get to see it. So sometimes, you know, it's like we have to trust that, you know, if there is a just creator, then he will mete out justice, and that all these stories and that's what we are on this show, and that's what you are as a conspiracy theorist, as a proud student of this game. You're a keeper of the stories. You're a rememberer. You're Winston fucking Smith in 1984 saying, you know, I know that we're lying here at the Ministry of Truth, and I'm, you know, I'm dropping shit down the memory hole, but I'm holding the truth up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember. I'm resisting the programming. So anyway, you know, we're keeping the stories alive. I feel like every unsung, you know, tragedy, and every victim will have their day, you know, no matter what, even if it's not in this life. I have to hold that as a core belief, because then otherwise I truly am very cynical and very black pilled. So I hold that truth firmly, that hope. But bro, yeah, like Monique pointed out earlier and some others in the chat, hoping even with Trump, man, even with Daddy Trump, you know what I mean? Like hoping that he's gonna make it all better. We've been trending man in a bad way for a long time.
We have,
and so, it's a lot to ask for him to undo that, even if he is on the up and up and he's not on the take and he's not just part of the stage crew and the Actors Guild and the central casting, as he likes to say, right? Straight out of central casting, beautiful. You've never seen anything like it.
Absolutely.
Back to the masks again. Who knows? So, but I don't. Nobody's going to get away with the shit that some of these criminals have done and not face their maker, man. And
there's going to be a judgment on one side or the other, but I'm hoping they see some on this side, and
wouldn't that be nice to see? Bill Gates, man, excuse me, Uncle Bill, Fauci, Epstein, Clinton's, Obama's, on and on. Anybody that's anybody, all of them. But that's the problem. It is all of them, right?
I mean, it is, and so many of them.
It seems to be.
Jason said some people need their heads bounced off the pavement as a protection measure for our families. Or, I like the saying is like, it's not my place here to judge. It's just my place to arrange the meeting with the one who will judge.
Based.
But yeah, it's there's hope. It always got to have hope. If you do, like you said, if you don't have hope of any kind of goodness that you get black pilled all the way to the point where you just are just darkness consumes you. Man. And you don't want to you can't live there and be functional in life. Really, if you're getting all of that dark place, you're not good to your family. You're not good to anybody, because you're just you just got these evil thoughts, and we can't allow ourselves to get to that far. We have to keep some hope and dreams, that things can get better. There's power in the people. There's power in information. There's power in the words. And then there's a lot of people trying to spread this information. We got so many shows, and people are trying to, spread our, the truth in, even small pockets, and I always look at, I think about it, and I've said this before, and it's like, well, you have a, like for us, we got a small audience, and we're growing, and we're steady growing, but it's just that slow trickle grow. But that don't matter. It's like if you only tell one person some good information and it helps somebody, you never know what that person is going to do. It's like if you look back, like in history, I like using this emphasis like this, for example. Somebody preached to Billy Graham, and then Billy Graham went to preaching to millions. So, and went around and missionary to millions and millions of people. If that one person hadn't preached to Billy Graham, then that would have stopped that whole information right there. That would have stopped right there. If he had never talked to him about it, or whatever happened, and there's lots of people in history like that. If you had one person, if you look back down the line, went back to like one person, and if they had stopped the information or stopped trying to share, and right there at that point right there, then 2 people down the line or 3 people down the line, would never got to hear it, so don't lose hope. Don't lose sight of the fight, and if you have something you want to try to spread and information, or deep down harking inside that you want to bring the truth out, then you keep it on keeping on, because that's the only way it can be set out. And come on, Shadow. Oh, and as always, you got to keep on keeping on. This is
Knights of the Storm was talking earlier about, true riches, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
and he's right, like poverty is more of a mindset. And so, tying that in with threading that together with this conversation, I limit my media in political energy, and consumption of media that is political in nature. I limit that shit. If it's important enough, it'll be a fucking meme by the end of the day, and I'll learn about it. And it's crazy, but like anything worthy, like if it's a dildo on the WNBA, like that's, I know the important things because of memes. So that's how I get my news, and it doesn't cripple me with heaviness and depression. So, and I fill my life with, like, in the summertime, gardening, right? Got lots of animals, got some hobbies, play music. I try to be active, work a lot, projects. So, you know what I mean? Like in the things that make life worth living, it's best to be grateful for them while you have them. I know I try to reflect and orbit around a place of gratitude, as a spirit or as an energy, and just remain grateful for those things, because we could have it much worse. Things could be much worse. They may be much worse one day, and we may look back and say, fuck,
those were the good old days.
Just how good it was. Yeah, no, absolutely. So nice to just pause and be grateful for a minute for everything, what health, measure of health we do have, and freedom, and possessions and memories, and free exchange with family and friends, and all the beauty of life, because it's not that way for everybody. Not everybody enjoys all those things. They don't. A lot of other countries. That's why this is one of the best countries, and the West is the best. Western civilization is by far, with our rule of law, with our constitutionally limited system of Republican government. For the dummies out there, we'll say democracy, but it's more specifically.
We're not even a democracy.
Yeah. Right.
We're a republic. That's the crazy thing people don't forget about. But
even Tucker Carlson uses the word democracy, and I always cringe. I sent you a video. I don't know if you can get on your Facebook and play that video. You should do it though. It's I wanted to see people's thoughts on our boy Tucker, and your thoughts, because I mean we all love Tucker, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Let me
scoop it out of there.
Yeah, I got you. Absolutely. And I'll comment to Jason's comment there. Yeah, y'all have heard me say the same thing on here too. I appreciate the quality of the people that listen and in the chat, and it's quality is better than quantity. You can have a whole bunch of, in all things in life, you can have a whole bunch of crappy tools that break every time you work or you use them, or you can have a handful of quality stuff that is good if your people are quality around you, or you can have a small circle, or you can have a whole bunch of people or yes mans or just really don't care nothing about you, but they're they're there. So it's one of them for sure. It's we are, and I agree, we are planting seeds, and we never know when it's going to grow and how it's going to grow and how it's going to touch somebody, and maybe it change your life for sure, change it for the better. Let me play this video I've had pulled up for a second, and then I'll find that video you sent me there.
President Trump is getting ready to mark an off.
James Clapper was on the team that created that manufactured intelligence assessment that led to the Iraq war, about the Iraq WMDs. He writes about it in his book. saying that he and his team of intelligence analysts created something that was not there. When you look at his actions then, and you look at his actions in 2016 as Obama's director of national intelligence, you see someone who has no problem whatsoever politicizing and manufacturing and weaponizing intelligence for a political outcome. James Clapper.
Perhaps he's saying which we all knew. All the ones that knew, deep down, it was weapons of mass destruction was just a false flag before they could go back in Iraq, and it was. I remember even as a kid, I was sitting there, talking, and it was like, man, yeah, they're doing all this to these people. You heard the propaganda, and I remember even as a kid, I was like, yeah, they were doing this terrible stuff, and then, like I said, and after 9/11 kind of opened my mind and made me start looking and questioning every damn thing, and made me realize, but it's crazy that more and more this is coming out. So that, is coming out. We might get to see 9/11 and the Iraq war and all that. We might get to see before we pass on, the actual declassified and showing that, how effed up it really was. There's only another hope.
Speaking of that, don't play the first video I sent you. Only the most recent.
Uh-oh.
We don't want to get kicked off, and we will.
Oh, the other one. Okay, so the second one, one with his face on it.
Funny. It's funny. It's 9/11 related.
Hell, we might be able to. It'll be all right.
It might be.
It might be all right. We'll play this one, and we'll.
It would be just a joke.
This is for. I like the Terror Ted's. Have you watched any Terror Ted's videos?
I don't think so.
If you haven't, I'm gonna have to send them to you. Yeah, because he's kind of like a Halloween. He's got like a sack head, and you got like a little creature thing on the other side. That's Ted, and they watch like TikTok videos and stuff and kind of thing. But like the information, what they watching about is, they got some powerful shit. They're trying to skew it in a funny way so people watch it, but there's a lot of, good information. But I'll send you a link so you'll go down that rabbit hole watching Terror Ted's at night.
Amount of material, as we say.
You took a pretty well publicized trip with your father. Was it about a year and a half ago? How long has it been?
Since we were in Pakistan?
The two of you together? The one where you got left behind for a couple of days.
Oh, no. That was when I went to Vietnam with John McCain. Yeah, I had a hassle at the airport.
And are you still traveling with your father on trips?
Well, I didn't go with him on that trip. No, actually, we went to Pakistan together this time. And we had a problem coming back when our plane went down. But we're fine. And had a great
plane
time.
Went down?
Yeah, we were on a Pakistan Airways flight from Peshawar to from Dubai, and something happened to the plane and it crashed. And,
were people injured?
Yeah, a number of people were injured.
You seem to have a lot of adventures when you travel.
Well, I don't know. You leave the country, it's a scary world out there.
How often and why do you travel professionally with your father?
I don't. I just went on this trip with him. I was actually planning going with another friend of mine who's a reporter, but he didn't go. He couldn't go at the last minute, and not fun to travel abroad by yourself. My father's a great guy to travel with, and very amusing, and adventurous person who's up for anything. So I said, let's go to Pakistan. Okay.
For people that don't know him, what did he do with his career?
He's done a bunch of things. He was a long-time journalist. He was at the LA Times and at ABC for many years, and then did a bunch of other things, and then ran Voice of America and Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
And lives here in Washington.
And lives here in Washington, yes.
It was not in the CIA for sure.
No. Not at all. What's up, Gaston? What's up, Chris Jones? Appreciate y'all popping in now tonight. Yeah, I kind of agree, Chris, because of a certain nation's involvement we might not ever see. Though we have got to, kind of We have got to see more. What was it? Doggone it! my brain farting here. What was it USS Liberty? One of the Israeli bombed the dog crap out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, we did get more of that. Seen that. Mr. Duffy is in the house. Oh, the chat's going to blow up in YouTube now. Mr. Duffy is going to raise hell. Come raise some hell, Mr. Duffy.
There's not enough handcuffs. That's right.
Yeah, there's not.
T-shirt. Put that on a fucking T-shirt. There's not enough handcuffs for all the criminals in Washington.
Exactly. Let's get in trouble, Dave. Hell,
I've ever heard one.
I'm cool. Get in trouble today. It is too late. I'm not gonna raise any hell. Okay. I appreciate you being here. You don't have to raise hell unless you want to.
What is this?
That chat's great. That chat's great.
Going down for no reason. God damn. I like my women like Building 7. Holy moly. Going down for no reason. Oh my gosh. That is the funniest joke I've ever heard. That was catered just to me. Oh, the chat is deadly. Holy shit.
Oh, let's back it up. There it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's crazy. That's funny. I don't know the because the beams are made out of passports is why it's pretty good there.
I missed that.
Watch out, Shadow. I can't see the chat. Good night, Jason. Appreciate you coming on. And we'll get together next month for sure and get you on here and we'll talk some 9/11 fun stuff.
Yes, sir.
It'll be fun. Shadow does want to share some truth or she wants to show everybody her butt. One or the other. I don't know which one it is, but she's acting down. She's ready for me to stop all this. You can get off here.
My cat's in here messing with me. He just came in here. He's hanging out. What's up, dude? Anyway, yeah, funny, peculiar animals that they're both doing at the same time. That's about what they do every show, though, man. They'll come
it gets a certain point of night. It's like it's time.
That's wild, man. What's up, dude? What do you know that I don't know? Mystic
it's like it's time to go to bed.
Mystic beast. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, it's it is crazy. There's so much stuff going on at one time. Let me play this. I'm gonna do this series of videos, and then we'll get into everybody's favorite real quick. And when are the humans going to shut up? Exactly. Let me share this little thread, and then we'll get into the animal videos, everybody's favorite animal videos, and 10 shocking stories you weren't supposed to hear today.
Ooh, Flynn says that it was a stand down order, thusly an inside job. Big surprise there.
On October 7th. Yeah.
Damn.
And I know that there's some machinations and there's got to be some big problems right now internal, and Netanyahu's dealing with it with the IDF. They're going to have to do some soul searching, and I mean immediate soul searching, because the 7th of October was a date, that they still have not been able to, and there's an investigation going on, and I've already heard from some of the soldiers that were told to stand down and the exact hours. So something bad happened, and it was an inside thing. I don't know, again, So that's a bombshell right there. So the internal situation in Israel has got to be done with a
Hold it, hang on. Whoa. Hang on. You can't drop a bomb like that. Mike Flynn, your former head of DIA, first national security advisor, President Trump, a revered figure globally. You're saying your sources are telling you on the investigation that they're trying to slow down and slow walk over there because we're coming up on the second anniversary of it. You're saying that you're hearing there's testimony or documents or actual evidence that certain elements of the Israeli military were told to stand down? Because I know from people I know, this is a very contentious area and it's going to be explosive. Are you hearing the same thing?
Steve, you can go back to interviews that I did like the next day and the following week after October 7th in multiple broad alternative media, where I said something went wrong. Because Steve, I have personally walked that border. I have been down at those areas, and I know the details of how the Israelis, one of the most secure borders in the world, how they do their operations. So I know that. So something broke down, and it wasn't because of mistakes. So that's number one. This internal machinations that are going on right now, what's going to have to happen? They're going to have to come to grips with this, because I'm going to tell you, the American people, they're getting tired of it. They're getting tired of this constant, Israel. I mean, I'm the biggest fan. I would, I have been to Israel many times. I have, served alongside them. I have done things with them, certainly on the intelligence side. So I'm their biggest fan. But the American people are not. And the American people are so tired of all of the craziness and our involvement in these things
Oh, gross, man.
Mr. W said he said
run and cover for him right there. Damage control. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh, Ricky?
It seems that way.
Oh, fuck. He's like, he says, I'm their biggest fan, but the American people, not so much. Like, that's number one. Like, why is that, General Flynn? You're an American. Why do you feel differently than the rest of us Americans? What do you know? Are we just all too stupid? What is it that, are you not pissed as well? Are we making these things up? Israel's heavy-handed influence in our government and us fighting their wars for them and all this sort of thing. I don't know. That was gross. I like Flynn, but they're doing damage control. Tucker is too. And I think that I think the bar is something like this. We can call for like the outing of the bad Mossad pedophiles and Epstein's and stuff like that, but and maybe we could say that we shouldn't send as much money to Israel, but that's about as far as you should go when it comes to being critical of Israel, and certainly not make them register as a foreign agent. Don't start going crazy or anything. So, these are controlled opposition figures that are managing this situation in live time for us. And as we notice more, right there, that was so transparent, where he's like, I love Israel. I love them. But, I don't know, Steve, something's wrong, and yeah. Maybe inside job, stand down orders. What? but they're still, you love them 100%. What the fuck you mean you love? They just smashed out a whole region based on this false flag attack. What the fuck do you mean? And they stood down while their people got mowed down by this organization that they also created. By deception thou shalt do war. This is so fucked, the whole thing.
It's
yucky, man.
It is.
Yeah, we were supposed to be getting lighter. We got animals coming up, folks.
Yeah, we got animals. We got animals coming up. We already showed this video. I had to say, I guess, talking about the Russian hoax, the weapons of mass destruction, but James Clapper. It's an interesting one here, right here, talking UFOs.
One of them piped up and said, in the investigation, she said, well, I can't talk about it because I'm actively involved in supporting those investigations, but I can tell you that a lot more activity is happening now.
Oh, God.
That's data point number one, and that they're real. Okay. Data point number 2, I'm talking to my friend and mentioned this while we were on the boat. And he says, Bobby had a briefing. And all of this stuff is true. Roswell, all those things, the reverse engineering, the origin of the night vision, a whole bunch of this tech comes out of reverse engineering recovered material. And so stay tuned on that. It sounds like there is absolutely there. And we can look forward to, as you're talking about the future, we can look forward to learning a lot more about what the heck is going on with these, whether they're time travelers and they're humans coming back, or they're from another dimension, or they're whatever, fill in the blank. But apparently it's real.
Yeah, like Matt's all you don't say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this one here is, I don't know if I'm gonna play it. 4 different news reports said the exact same thing because they're mad at RFK. You've heard this a few times. Epstein's lawyer, Alan Dershowitz. I wonder where his family hails from.
It's an interesting name for sure. Might have to check his early life on Wikipedia.
It says he seen the Epstein files, and there's nothing that's incriminating about Donald Trump. Massachusetts governor has given $30,000 to each illegal immigrant family to help them move into homes. Sounds nice.
Families. According to the report, Massachusetts is on pace to spend $97 million on the home-based program in the current fiscal year. The state spent approximately $9.5 million on housing at-risk families. Massachusetts Republican Party Chair Amy Carnevale released a statement following the release of the report, saying in part, quote, "As much as Maura Healey would like the public to think that she's improving the system, the data tells a different story."
It's crazy. People need help and they can't get help, but James said disclosure clause is coming years later. It's just like the weapons of mass destruction in Iran. They said it for 30 years too, that it's 6 weeks away. 6 weeks away. And they've done that with same with disclosures coming right now. Especially with a lot of the grifters. They talked about that. Ashley and them talked about it on the Union of the Unwanted today. And it's talking about the grifters and stuff. There's so many grifters. So you got to watch your information. Not to, who get some of the information for them. As soon as they popped out and they started, Matt said, where's my 30 grand? Give me 30 grand. I can do a shit ton of work. I can do a lot of shit with 30 grand. I'll build me a big shop.
I need a fucking commie handout before they go away.
Yeah, give me one too.
We got a few during COVID. We got some during COVID.
Yeah, we got $600 here or there.
Trump gave us a little Trump money, and then Biden gave us some more. And then we got inflated like a motherfucker after that. Of course, they all spent both Trump's first and Biden's. So they both spent $5-6 trillion apiece. Mm-hmm. We're on track probably to, I don't know what we're doing right now. I'm sure it's a fuck ton. Metric,
absolutely.
That is. Metric, not U.S. standard, but metric.
Absolutely.
So anyway, I mean, I don't know, bro. There's a big bubble. I fear that. I worry about our irresponsible fiscal practices and fiat currency, as we always bring up,
Yeah.
BS money printing scheme. Man, yeah, that's why I want my 30K before it ain't worth nothing like Venezuela.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my profit share out of my old job out before all that money goes poof. Give me, I guess, well, you got to wait till you're 65. F that. That shit ain't going to be there by the time I'm 65, buddy.
Yeah, here's
20 years from now, shit. So I got to say,
scheme where we take your money and give it back to you a little at a time, depending on if you live long enough to receive it all back.
that's it, and 401k and not 401k, but, Social Security, hell, they pushed it back to 70, 75. Shit.
We'll dip into the kitty and borrow from it when we feel like it. Just because we don't respect you at all and you can do nothing.
That's it.
Yeah, man. The whole alien thing, and the last several years of not only the media covering it more and the government admitting to it more without actually giving us good, deep, declassified meat. They just keep telling us, yes, it's real. Redacted. It's real. Trust us. Redacted. More increased sightings. That's what's been going on for years now. Like the last 3 years, I've noticed, maybe 3 or 4 years. Since COVID-ish is when they ramped that up. This psyop that we're in. Not to say it's not real. I mean, William Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse, in his book, he starts off with a personal testimony about seeing a craft come up out of the water while he was a Navy. I guess he was a seaman. So
there's something going on for sure.
That was going on. So we talk about how they put shit in movies and shows. How many of the American Horror Stories have you seen, Ricky? Have you seen any of the different themes, the different seasons, or anything?
I've heard about them. I never watched them.
So there's one where essentially the storyline is that the government, knows and is basically in an alliance or truce of sorts with reptilian beings, or you can call them demons, or you can call them whatever, but they're sort of depicted as malevolent, possibly. Like they can fuck you up, like with crazy, powers. They can fuck you up, but make you have seizures. You think about the Bible and things like the boy with the seizure, and there's the demon on, I mean? Like, so, in this show, American Horror Story, like they would, if you were uncooperative, they would murk you with their psi abilities, but the government knew about them, was controlled by them, ran by them. There's a movie called, I think, like it's called Section 8 or Area 8 or some shit.
Yes, Section 8, where the District 8.
District 8. And that's a fire movie, but like the premise is disturbing. It's like deep into this coalition with these creatures. So I'm more, worried like that, that they're embedded to some degree, and that this thing is just much more, much nastier than we even know. I don't know, but there's just such a long history of reports of these crazy craft coming in and out of the water. That's the big one, like coming in and out of the oceans. Like they got subterranean ports, and underwater ports and shit like that. And then you think about Maxwell and Epstein and the fucking submarine. So the submarine thing and Hitler in the submarine, and you start wondering what all's taking place under the water, man. So I don't know, but they're certainly feeding it to us a little. They're bird feeding us. Like we're like, and they're just fucking spitting little bits of chewed up UFO shit in our mouth. It's not very satisfying to a grown American patriot. I'm hungry.
Yeah, District 9. Yeah, that's it, sweets. Yeah, District 9.
District 9. 8. I said Region 8. Fuck, what's that?
I think there was a sequel to it too. It might have been both. I don't know, but yeah, I know you're talking about. And like the old TV show V from back in the 80s. I remember watching that as a kid. Watch out, Miss Kitty. There you go. We got Miss Kitty big button there. Yeah, V was, you know, it's all, if you haven't seen it, it was all reptilian, and they're like, yeah, we're here to help you. And then of course, like, you know, if it wants, you know, the propaganda, if you try to go against them, whatever, and they're like they were eating hamsters and all kinds of crazy stuff. They had a cloaking mask on, and when it was a wild TV series and stuff like that. Joey said, "You got V on VHS." Yeah, I remember watching that. Me and my nanny, was my grandma. I called her nanny, and me and her used to watch that crazy show when I was a kid. I remember that, and yeah. So yeah, I think they do show some of that, you know, in the movies and everything. Definitely, they could be military, could be protecting us from us, and then kind of trading. You know, that's what the tall whites. You know, that's kind of what they were doing there. If you look back into the tall whites and stuff like that, they're kind of trading. They might allow certain things to happen, you know, to keep certain things going on. I mean, there's lots of possibilities there, you know. But we know for sure for what they tell us, we know more about space than we do our own oceans.
Right.
I mean, we don't really know like certain things, you know, deep down. We've never been to the bottom of absolutely the bottom of the deepest parts of the ocean. We can't get there. You know, when we get close, there's all kinds of freaky creatures down there that we have no idea what in the hell.
The pressure is
you know, godly. Yeah. Oh, come on, Mr. Duffy. Space exploration. You've seen, you know, Jeff Bezos send that rocket up, and
I wonder about Antarctica too. I mean, right?
Yeah, it's you know, and you get Antarctica stuff out there, you know, Middle Earth. I mean, you know, that's, man, we're having fun now, talking conspiracies now.
From what I've seen of the world, which is very little, how the fuck would I know if they're lying to me about a lot of stuff? They very well could be, and they lie about so much other stuff that now I question everything I was ever taught, and I'm open to whatever. It doesn't really matter though to me, I guess, but you know, flat Earth, round Earth, Antarctica, ice wall, you know, or just like we think a spherical. I can't like wrap my brain around the physics of a lot of the arguments, like, because they're so intangible, they're so like ethereal, they're hard to grasp. So like, I know this, I know where to plant shit so that my crops get the right kind of sun, and I know what part of the year that gets that kind of sun, and I know the fucking whole night sky spins around Polaris, which we call it that reason because that star happens to be pretty close to where our pole supposedly. But that's just one model. Others would put forth a different model, I guess, of how it all works. But I don't know. You know, tool that's flushed different down south of the equator, that sort of thing. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that, you know. But could they be lying about some things? And could there be a firmament that is impenetrable? Yeah. I mean, could they have faked a lot of fucking images and video? We know they have done that. For sure, right? So, and that doesn't of itself prove anything, but yeah, it makes you go, you know, yeah.
I seen a
That's
video.
This show is called Anything Is Possible because, like, you know, so many things that's like I don't have a position. It's whatever, man. They could be. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in the Truman Show a lot of times.
Yeah, like Michael Strange says all the time on Troubled Minds, you know, we are not the harbingers of truth. We are not, you know, we are just asking questions, and a lot of some of the stuff we're true. You know, we have ideas and we have thoughts on stuff, but we don't know the absolute truth. You know, like that video I seen a video today. They were talking about, the guy was talking about it. He was talking to a soldier, and I talked to a soldier, and he was fighting and defending us on the moon. And like, do what? And he turned around, and then was talking about, there was another talking, there was something else talking about, they were wanting to put that this actually happened. They had the nuclear, they want to put a nuclear power plant on on the moon, and they're right now trying to get funding through the government right now to put a nuclear power plant on the moon. If you even believe they even been there, for one, and, maybe it's just a money laundering, like, hey, we're going to put this power plant on the moon, and blah blah blah. But
It's a bridge
are
in
we?
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Or wherever the saying. Yeah, but right. Yeah. I don't know, man. These are good questions, right? I mean,
they are.
Satellite technology are satellites just low enough to be, you know what I'm saying, within the firmament, or is it, should we? I don't know. Lots of questions on that, but
Which that people think that's one thing they kind of think. Like, we know they're satellites, but are they on? Actually outside the atmosphere? Are they still? They're still inside a certain point. So
right, not high enough, not quite high enough yet. Yeah,
right.
So this would be the rub of the whole thing. Like, literally, that it would have to be. I mean, I remember when a month ago, Katy Perry and them did all that fake gay stuff, and Jeff Bezos did the fake door thing, and it was also fake and obviously fake and gay and lame, and it's like they didn't go to space. Like, whatever that was, it was a little ride, and even it was all so.
Oh yeah, right.
There would have to be a group of people who know that you can't leave, and that's like the big secret. And could that be the whole secret? I saw a Masonic breakdown of some Masonic symbolism and the drawing of a different map using the Masonic symbolism and stuff like that. That made me go, and is that one of the secrets? And the very word geometry means geometry is earth metric or earth measuring the earth measures.
Well, they found helium-3 on side the moon, and it's very rare here on Earth because our atmosphere burns it up. But you could actually use helium-3. They say that actually they take a little bit of helium-3 and actually power the whole world for thousands of years. And they say there's a bunch of it on the moon. So maybe it's another, supposedly. There's all questions on the moon, because there's old ancient stories, of being when the moon showed up. Like, there's stories of when there used to not be a moon there, and then the moon appeared, and then that's when the world started changing.
Moon is woman wife for sun. It is known. It is known. I'm looking up. Does the moon spin, or does the moon spin on an axis? Because why can't we see the dark side of it ever? Why do we always see the same old?
We say one side of the moon. We never see the other side because it.
Here's one I don't buy, and it has always been a perplexing conundrum. Have you ever seen a crescent moon in the sky at the same time as the sun was up?
Mm-hmm.
Yet, but you're standing on the object that is supposedly you're standing on the object that's casting the shadow, making it a fucking crescent moon, right? The Earth is what's making right. It's a stage, and supposedly it's so. I mean, what kind of enchantment makes that math work? You got the sun visible in this plane. This is back to geometry and straight lines, right? Triangulation. So there's the sun, there's the moon. We're casting the shadow on that. I can see them both. Well, anyway, that's just one thing that made me go, like maybe we don't have all the science figured out.
There's lots of anomalies of the moon, like when they hit it and rang like a bell, for hours. Mr. Duffy says the moon does not rotate. He said most bodies in our solar system do, but the moon does not rotate. It's an anomaly. yeah, I mean, it's, it's one of them things. You can go down a deep rabbit hole in there.
Many peoples have stared at the heavens, perplexed and humbled at the. I mean, I was out in the fucking country the other day, further away from the light pollution than I've been in a while, and it was just incredible. You could see the entire Milky Way, just a big white streak across the sky, and more stars than you could imagine. I mean, man, and it's humbling, So
I say, you just come. I get to. You come out here to the land where I'm at now. Hell,
I
it's
bet that's far enough out
yeah,
to see
it's
some good, to see some nice sky.
you can see some moons. I'm on. It's dark, man. It's so dark. I brought me some damn motion lights. I haven't put them up yet, but because I'm about to break my neck out there and walking around. Because when I put the driveway in, I never did finish getting all them tree stumps up. So there's like little tree stumps, like 2 inches around, about like 2 inches off the ground. Be tripping on them damn things, walking across there, dark. But I'll be covering all that shit up pretty soon. As soon as I get a couple more things done. But I have seen them videos of the two sons, Mr. Duffy. I don't know. I don't know if that's, there's so much AI stuff. There's so much damn, Photoshop and everything where you can make shit do anything you want to.
Does it not feel? And I don't know. I have seen some of the second or the two son things too, but like just the other day, somebody said like, and this person didn't really strike me as a conspiracy theorist, but she was like, that sun just hits different these days, and I was like, man, it sure as shit does. It hits different. I mean, like it's like they turned it up. Have you seen that one? Like where they turned it up, like they got that sun turned up. Anyway,
that there's some that's saying like a lot of solar flares and stuff like that, maybe causing the sun to be, or our atmosphere is like the outer. I forget.
Some protective layer, like
yeah, well, back in the back in the 80s and 90s, I remember when my brother was little, remember back in the day, they were talking about like there was a big hole in atmosphere, because they were using aerosol cans and fucking acid rain was the two big things.
Maybe
I remember
metal particulate they cloud seed with is like magnifying us, like bouncing metal, reflectiveness, and it's making shit hotter. I don't know.
It could. I mean, it and whatever they're putting up there in the sky could be freaking affecting that.
I wonder if they're cooking us.
Yeah, they actually that it's messing with the atmosphere. Because they've done all this stuff and not care. There's declassified reports right now where they spray bacteria all over San Francisco and got people sick and killed a guy. They dropped a nuclear bomb up in the damn sky, up in the upper atmosphere to see what it'd do, and EMP'd fucking Hawaii. I mean, I say it all the time. Scientists are one of the ones going to kill us all. Absolutely, because they're just doing stupid fucking shit all the damn time, and not like, wow, let's see what this will do. It was like
COVID.
Me and Mr. Fisher was talking about it the other day. It was like it was talking about it. It was you were sitting there, it's like they didn't know what would happen when they released the nuclear bomb. Would it keep reacting and keep growing, like just take out the whole freaking world? Like somebody's like, oh fuck it, let's try it out then. Like who are these guys that are sitting here and letting go of this? Which there's a conspiracy theories on that. Like nuclear bombs and stuff aren't real either.
These are war crimes. Like these are crimes against humanity. Yeah, they are. They're like biological crimes, like the mosquitoes and shit. Like releasing a bunch of genetically modified, CRISPR edited fucking mosquitoes. You seen that video where he lets one go in the room of all the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the
good old Uncle Bill.
Things called? What are those? I'm fading here. What are those things called? Words are hard. as Sal would say.
Yeah, one of them.
A TED Talk.
Yeah, a TED Talk. Yeah, that's it.
And he lets a fucking modified mosquito out in the room, and everybody nervously chuckles. But he's like, "Yeah, but on real though, we just let 1 billion of these out." And like, there are weird bugs and stuff. And as a gardener, I'm noticing weird stuff, different things. I mean, I don't know. My pops was looking at my tomato plants. They're 14 fucking foot tall, and
Holy
you know,
shit.
yeah, they're freaking. They're crazy tall. They're wildly tall. I got a 10-foot ladder out there just so I can tend to the top of them and
That's
keep them tied
crazy.
up.
You got
And,
fucking corn, tall fucking
bro,
tomatoes.
so my dad is like, he's convinced that like, and I told him like, I got my seed from Baker Creek out of like Mansfield, Missouri. They're supposed to be like GMO free, right? Now I'm growing these things in like 18 inches of raised bed soil, real nice soil bed that they're in, and I've got them staked up, and I gave them a little fish food midsummer once or twice, nothing major, but Dad's convinced that just like the CRISPR Terminator gene, where they sell you seed that if you harvest seed a second time, it won't grow. It's not viral or viral. You have to go buy new seed. It has a Terminator gene, so it's only going to produce for 1 generation and then it stops. You have to buy more seed. Like, that's embedded in a lot of corn. So farmers like have to buy seed, and a lot of various crops have this Terminator gene, and that's just one fucking horrific idea these people have come up with among many. But anyway, you know, Pops thinks that the veggie, like some of this stuff is weird, and when he growing up, he don't remember ever seeing, stuff like that. I don't know. It could just be a hot summer, and it could just be a tall tomato plant. I don't know. Not everything is a conspiracy, but I question everything.
Have a good night, Mr. Duffy. Yeah, I agree. There's a bunch of guys. So you'll be back when we. It sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds good, Mr. Duffy. Yeah, where's, man, it's just wild to look at it. It's so much. If you look at like you said, you look at the plants and stuff we had. I remember seeing cornfields or seeing cotton fields when we were kids. They do look different than they used to, and a lot of it's all these chemicals and crazy shit they put on this stuff, and it can't be good.
Invasive bugs like no honeybee pollinators, like they're endangered like a mother. People need to get into beekeeping. I'm trying to. It's a big responsibility. A little intimidating, but anyway. But like, I'm grateful for all the butterflies, but barely any bees. Like, I just don't see them. I see lots of hornets and wasps. I see big, huge, whatever they're called, cicada killers. Like, we've got these new wasps that are 3 fucking inches long that are just huge. They're called a cicada killer. Look that scary bastard up. There's these fake ladybugs. There's these weird stink bug things, Korean munchers or whatever the fuck. So they've released a lot of weird bugs. I think that's something that they've done, and we know bro let out modified mosquitoes. Like, he's on record doing that.
Oh yeah,
and messing with stuff they don't need to be messing with.
Absolutely.
You watch Jurassic Park or Terminator. We're kind of going to have a convergence of those 2 movies, I think.
And I don't know, and with all the Optimus robots,
there's a Jurassic Park element that we need to appreciate.
Yeah, I think Age of Ultron is coming too. It's a combination. You got the sentient robots, so kind of Terminator and what Ultron was trying to build, and they're working on we talked about it. We got to working on the Jurassic Park, bringing back creatures back to life. The dire wolf and the and all those mastodons and yeah, I mean, that's freaking crazy what they're trying to do. Crazy. But as always, we got to do our feel good videos. We got to make sure that, you know.
Yeah.
And this one's pretty cute.
아이고. 이거 안 팠다.
Oh.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, we like that.
Hey, look at his socks. Don't know, that's cute. Oh, this is a funny video. Let me make it big. So on the top it says, I want to know the science behind zoomies. Like cats get them zoomies too. How them suckers will be running around here just a second ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Dogs are so damn big, they be taking out fucking walls and shit. Close this shit.
Hey! Parkour!
Oh yeah.
The older dog's like, what the hell?
Parkour! Parkour! Are you done? Oh, she's not done yet. Morning to me.
Morning Zoom.
That's a big old horse freaking spin around.
Oh Jesus! Look at the zoomies.
That face. He was never heard from again.
Yeah, for real. This is pretty cool. His photographer was not, and the scene just came up. Let me go back down. Back to swimming.
Dang.
That's crazy.
That's cool.
Look at the cat.
Oh man. Yeah, look at that.
I like this. I wish I could see the video of it going up there.
Yeah.
It found it as a spot.
How did he get down?
That shit, I don't know. They might have to bring a man lift over there or something, get the cat down.
They ain't got the claw that is in reverse. They can go up, but going down's a problem.
Oh yeah. Look at this little buddy.
He's making butter. Right? Look at him turning them biscuits. What's he doing?
Uh-huh.
Was that a little otter?
Mm-hmm. I got a couple otter videos.
Oh, look at that little bitty guy.
Yeah. Here's another one. Little baby. Little baby otter.
Little bros think they're pirates. Dang, those are some good looking little. I mean, they're so ugly, they're cute.
Oh yeah,
Just
little
look at
orange,
it.
them
They
little
look like
orange,
little
little sun
Pikachu
guns.
creatures. Those blue eyes, they'll outgrow those
I,
probably, but dang,
I
those are
thought
little
that.
cuties.
I thought a second ago, I was like, man, I thought I had the video muted, but hell, the cats are in here running around. They hadn't come around over this side yet, though. Like, stay over there. They wore each other out trying to tug of war. They ain't give up yet. Oh yeah, is it? I'm gonna make that video big. It's pretty cool. Damn music. Good night, Monique. I see you going. Who else said good night? Little baby. I don't need any pets, but I don't know. I might any more than I already got, but I already got feeding the neighbors' dogs that come over here and hang out with me, and they got these two crazy cats in here. But I don't know if I had a chance to get one of them, I might. I might have to get me one. The little sound they make. I think I showed this one last week. That's how I'll show it again real quick. I'm packing away, and he's. Wait a minute. Let me get my stuff. Got my toy. Got my clothes here. Let me help you pack.
That's actually kind of helpful.
Yeah.
I'll get a bag and put it.
They
Yeah,
got some
yes, we do.
food
Gotta-
and.
Man,
Yep.
what about me? And
There we
me?
go.
I'm going too,
We're
right?
packed.
Yeah, my man, what a smart dog.
Yeah, look at that look. He's like, yep,
Man, look
he
at that
leaving me,
beautiful
buddy.
golden retriever. Oh man, yeah, what a beautiful
Goldies are
animal.
the best now. They really are. Goldies are the best. Oh, me. Ugh. Well, Brother Dave, I know it's late. It's midnight here in the
burn
central.
midnight oil, baby.
We are burning that midnight oil. Any shout outs, my friend?
Man, shout out to the SCFC 33 and the Attitude next weekend and all the people competing. So shout out to all of our friends in the chat as always. And a little prayer for those struggling out there. Keep the hope, keep the faith, keep the love, keep the light, man. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all bad. It's all good. Yeah. We're not going to rename the podcast the No Hope Apocalypse. Not just yet, anyway. So, anyway, yeah, shout out to the chat room. I've been missing everybody the last couple of weeks. And then the last time I was on, we had internet issues. But thankfully, man, we, after a little struggle early on, we got a pretty smooth show, and we're 3.5 hours in. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah. Grateful to you for hosting me, having me on again as always. And so I guess that's all I got, Ricky.
Sounds good. Yeah, if you like you said, if you need help, reach out. If you're down, reach out to people. It's we all need help sometimes. We need mental help, physically help, whatever. If you need help, reach out. If you want to talk to us, you can join the Discord and have a little conversation with us and whatever wherever you need. If you need help, you need somebody to talk to. There's somebody out there that will listen and give you that ear. So don't give up. Don't give up. keep on keeping on.
Merch,
And
baby.
then get the merch. Get the Dr. Prepper hat and get the keep on keeping on shirt. I'm gonna play with it some more. I'm gonna make some more shirts and stuff. Like I said, I enjoy it. So check out the merch store. Check out all the links in the description. The Trouble Minds Radio Network. We are syndicated on there. Check out the other shows. I actually did a pre-recording for last week, first one in several months. So I was pretty happy, and I think it turned out pretty good. So hopefully, if you get to check it out, you enjoyed it. Trying to get back to getting more and more content for everybody. I did a video on MK Ultra, and a lot of the different programs, sub projects and everything into it. So it's not a happy-go-lucky video. There's some sad stuff in there. And then of course the shorts and Throwback Tuesdays. Throwback Tuesday, I think, is pretty good. Talk about new chapters in your life and stuff like that. It was one of the ones I was just talking from the heart. There's several in my early videos you see, and early stuff on Spotify that was, it's me talking from my heart and how I feel. So appreciate all y'all for coming and listening for all this time and reacting, and I appreciate the lurkers too. Thank you for the lurkers. Don't want to put them down, but thanks for everybody in the chat. Yeah, always make it great. Like we were talking earlier, it's quality over quantity. I'll take it every single day. Y'all are quality guests and quality listeners, and we sure appreciate y'all. Y'all, the reason we keep coming back and wanting to keep doing this. So subscribe and do all that kind of stuff. Make sure if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. And I guess I can do my commercial. You hadn't heard me do my commercial yet, have you? Dave. Yeah, let's do the Rumble commercial real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Excuse me. Let me get my voice right. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have bias. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversation or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they felt the pressure from the Biden-Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They were attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by the governments like France. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watching our show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight, and if you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human rights to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off the promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble. Awesome.
Nice. They need to bring you on full time.
Yeah. Woohoo, I think I made 17 cents off that. Hell yeah. Sweets has gifted North Vixen a subscription.
Nice.
On the Rumble. Appreciate y'all. We might have to put extra stuff in for subscriptions and stuff. We're gonna have to do a little extra something. like I said, we're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep doing extra stuff. I might get a new camera. I'm thinking about getting a new camera. I think that's my next upgrade. I use this GoPro, and I want to have the GoPro with me for when I'm doing stupid stuff like climbing mountains and crazy stuff. So I want to, and hopefully I'll have it pulled out. So maybe I'm gonna do a little upgrade. So, but as always, I appreciate all of y'all, and as always, y'all keep on keeping on, and the peace and the chicken grease, and much love to y'all. Be good, and we hear from the dream.
Till next time.
Got to keep on, keep it on, baby.